Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Anthony Sterling, aka your friendly neighborhood super Negro, and you're watching an all new episode of Talkin' Ish, a podcast amongst friends. Y'all know who I am. I literally just did everything in reverse. I switched it around. I'm switching the game up. New year, new way of bringing it in. So we are going to go straight into these introductions with the beautiful queens of podcasting, starting off with that slightly annoyed, moderately caked up priestess of beige rage,
Nothing is
the
moderate about
African.
Brit. Nothing is moderate about Brit.
Well,
No,
the cake.
no.
Okay,
Liberally.
liberally caked up
Yeah,
or
liberal.
mid
No,
caked up. No
she's
mid.
nothing. Nothing is mid or moderate. She's
Okay,
far.
well,
She's all the way on the other side by now.
the far beyond caked up
There you
priestess of
go.
beige rage. Does that work? I believe so. The African American princess herself. Give it up, y'all, for Miss Britt Williams is in the building. Hello, ma'am. How are you? She is with us. And we're
Ma'am,
done.
elbow, wrist. Did you learn nothing
Do
from
you
Miss
think that
Congeniality?
okay, I was
Oh,
about to say, do you
you're
think she was
right.
ever
You're
in a
right. My
beauty
bad. My
contest?
bad. My bad.
All right, and as we continue, we are moving on to the trainer of the beauty pageant wave, the enforcer herself, Miss Coretta with the
Yeah.
Beretta. Give it up,
Yep.
y'all, for Miss Helene Tarragano is in the
I
building.
can't do
How are
that.
you, ma'am?
Oh, gang.
Bang, bang.
I'm 3 shots in.
Oh, are you drinking Don Julio?
I am
Julio.
drinking Patron.
Oh, Patron.
Yeah,
Okay,
Patron.
nice. Patron. All right, and we can never have a podcast in its entirety, in its totality, in its full essence without that beautiful ray of sunshine. Give it up,
Can't
y'all.
Yeah.
we? Can't we?
No, we
We sure
can't.
can't.
Bitch, don't
No,
be a
we can't.
hater.
Please.
Okay.
Don't be a hater.
I get it. It's not
Crack
light
one
skin
on my
season.
intro.
Her
Yep.
eyebrows match today. I like it. I like it. They look they look like twins today. Good.
Thank
Give it
you.
up, y'all, for that beautiful ray of sunshine. Miss Araya Anderson is in the building.
Hi, Jenna.
Hi, Jenna. Why, Forrest? Why? Will next week you do the hunching part where he's like, huh? Don't do that.
I
Let's not
love
do
that. That was
Okay.
hilarious.
Well, since we went with a little movie tidbit, we got to show some love, y'all, because To Majesty has graced us again with her effervescence,
Yes.
and we got to show love to the original Togarian, the
Yes.
philanderer of feet, the seller of souls. Ha ha. Ha ha. Give it up, y'all. One half of the Was It Good Though podcast. Miss Jazz is in the building. Y'all show some love to Jazz. She is back to back. Oh my goodness.
Right.
She's like a Drake song, or better yet, a Kendrick song.
I felt
'Cause
so
he owns it
honored
now.
Yay.
because I got the
Yeah.
template and the link.
I did.
You-
I did. See that?
I said, what?
Boom! Sent them both. I was like, won't be another next week, buddy.
She was on one. She was on one.
I'm
She
not gonna
got
get
you.
that little. I'm not gonna get that little meme this time where she's just sad in the like looking out the window like I'd like to
Where
join
y'all
the
at?
fun. Yeah. Nope,
Why y'all
gonna
not
do
showing
it.
me the love?
Sent it last night, as a matter of fact.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, guess what, y'all? We are now in a post TikTok ban world. It is
It's
over,
back.
ladies and gentlemen. Already?
Yep.
You sure?
That's what I
Yep.
said. I had no idea,
Yeah.
but it's back.
Oh, it's back. Well, congratulations. Oh, well, I guess the rumors were true
The
that
orange and chief.
the orange, yeah, the baboon,
Mhm.
or excuse me, the felon in chief
That part.
is hanging out with the owner of TikTok, and
Yes.
supposedly he's out there for
Sure.
the inauguration. So I
Yep.
guess they made friends. Now all the white kids and all the soccer moms will have a place to continue to spread their hate. Yay.
That's not what I use
It is
TikTok
gonna.
for. It's
Blessings. No,
really
I'm kidding.
community.
It's what I use TikTok
Yeah,
for.
it was. You have to remember
Yeah.
something. If Trump is writing this hard for TikTok, it's not going to be the same TikTok soon enough. It's going to be
Correct.
completely
Did
different.
y'all see what the message said though? Like if you went to TikTok
Mhm.
last night, it said, "Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A
Yeah.
law banning TikTok has been enacted to the US. Unfortunately, that means you cannot use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has
Hmm.
indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned."
Well, he must have took office today because we do record on a Sunday. And that was the weird thing because the ban was supposed to happen today as of this recording. The
Correct.
ban
Yeah.
was supposed
And it
to kick
happened
in
last
on the
night.
19th. It happened
Hmm
last night. So whoever pushed, oh, you
It
know
happened
what?
at midnight, I thought.
No,
Uh-uh.
mine was
Nah, before
on.
that, like around
Mine was
It's
way
No.
Oh,
before
8,
that.
9
For
really?
o'clock.
some people, it was 8
Yeah.
eight.
o'clock. That shit was
Okay,
Wow.
down.
I think I know why. Because since TikTok is based in like away from China, I can't remember which country it's in. Um, it's the next day over there.
So
So
it's
the
on their
Oh,
19th
schedule.
was there. So it went off of
Gotcha.
their
that makes
schedule. It
sense.
could
That
be
makes
while they
sense.
hit the button.
Yeah.
And come to find out, and we're gonna keep this brief, TikTok wasn't the only thing that was affected. CapCut, because
Yes,
their
Yeah,
I
because
saw.
own
I saw
they're
that.
got data
all
by
owned by ByteDance.
ByteDance. Oh, okay, I thought it was Databyte. Excuse me, ByteDance, as well as, and I felt bad for my gamer community and Marvel fans because Marvel Rivals, no, Marvel Snap, not Rivals. Ooh, sorry, y'all.
I was gonna say we've been
Beat up.
playing Marvel Rivals. Is that
No, no,
down?
no, no. That's up, but
Look at her
that's also
clutching her
created by.
pearls.
I think that one is created by a Chinese developer as well, but they're
Is
not
it?
affected.
We've been playing
Hmm.
that sick on the Caleb's PlayStation 5 for
Yeah,
like the last
it's a fun
2
game. I
weeks.
got to jump back on it. Um, but Marvel Snap, the card game, got shut
Oh,
off,
okay.
and a lot of folks who were like, "Yo, I got my Spider-Man card to where I could be, black suit Spider-Man and do all of this stuff," lost everything. Their whole account got shut. So
Mm.
it
That
it it
sucks.
affect a lot of people. So hopefully with TikTok now back in effect, I'm just learning this thing. Hey,
It says
congratulations.
lemon. Is it lemon 8?
Oh yeah, that was
Lemon
another one
8.
that got cut.
Well,
Lemon
Okay.
know
8,
that.
CapCut, and Marvel Snap are three. Oh, ByteDance affected by the ban
Mm-hmm.
as each is tied to ByteDance, the Chinese parent company.
Yeah, and they're
Damn,
not
I
a
used
part of the
CapCut.
Chinese government.
A
Yeah, a
lot of
lot of
people
people
are
use
traveling
CapCut.
over to Red Note.
Yeah.
Now that's getting to burn them in
So
the
what
ass
is
too.
Red Note?
That's
It's a
TikTok
Chinese
for
TikTok
yeah
for China.
for
Because
China,
But
TikTok
why
ran
does
by the
TikTok
why
government,
is
would we
correct?
banned
why
in
would we get on
China.
that?
Because it's similar. It's the most similar to TikTok, and
Yeah,
it's you can post your content and you can bring your follower. Well, you can't port your followers over, but you tell your followers to come find you, and you can
and it's a good
continue to post.
and
And
it's a good
you
place for propaganda.
get
Mhm.
community
Right.
with Chinese citizens,
Yeah, and you learn that in
Yep.
and
China,
you learn.
I'm good on
they
all that.
they're happy.
They're
They're
very
happy.
happy. They're super happy.
You know what they
And
said about us? They said
Because
that we
ignorance
live in a.
because ignorance
They
is
said
bliss.
Trump is bringing an oligarchy, and we only have freedom of speech. We do not have freedom of choice like we think we do.
Right.
yeah, never had,
Right.
never will. Who like really lived in that lie? Because the choice was never
We
there.
we
We did
live.
They
We are in
can
a
for a long
society of
time.
propaganda. We talk
We
they
lived
about
that
can
for a long time.
communism. We talk about China and everything, but for God's sakes, we have children who stand up every single day and pledge to be completely faithful to their country. Tell me that shit ain't propaganda.
Yep.
Tell me the Pledge of Allegiance ain't propaganda. We we choke down propaganda. We choke down propaganda with all those commercials from the armed services. The Marines,
Cartoons.
you
Remember
can't
cartoons?
be, yep, you can't be a Marine. You have to
All that
earn
you
and be a
can be.
Marine. You know, we are not any better. Ignorance is bliss. We are
Yeah,
not
that's
first
every
in
country.
everything in this world. We're not even
Yeah,
first in most things in this world. We're not even 10th or 12th. But we still think we're the best because our country tells us, and
Because we
our
have
propaganda machines, media, and our
I
politicians
I don't think
tell
you
us we're
need.
the best.
I think I know why we're the best, and I will quote the great Dennis Leary. He's not late. He's still alive. Because we got the bombs, baby. That's right.
Yeah.
We
Right,
have
and
got
that's
the bombs.
why
That's why we put
Homeboy
up.
cannot. I'm sorry. That's
That's why
why
we.
that guy cannot. That's why that guy cannot run our military, because we need to be honest about what we've done in this world. We have done so fucking much to so many countries. The only thing that keeps us safe is the fact that we have the best trained, largest military. We cannot compromise
But
that.
are they really
We
the
need to
best
keep
trained?
that.
Have you not
But
seen the
Well,
Israeli
even
army?
yeah.
It
well,
doesn't matter. It's about numbers. It's about quantity, sometimes over quality.
But I was gonna say,
We
okay,
but it's
but
literally
lead.
just
I'm
quantity
I'm
over
gonna say
quality at
this
that point.
because we got to move on.
Okay.
It's no longer that kind of number. It doesn't even matter about quantity or quality anymore because we have now been seeing that folks who with pitchforks have been whipping folks with Uzis and AK-47s.
Where that's happening?
Um, girl,
That was
Israel.
No,
Vietnam.
no, I'm legit like asking because
No, no, no. And
I have taken
I'm
myself
saying it.
away from the news
No, no.
for like
I'm
the
saying
last
it is that
since
they may
2025
not be
started.
as technologically advanced in their
Right.
weaponry, but Hezbollah,
Hold on.
Hamas, just the way Hamas did
Hamas,
October
yeah,
9th of
yeah.
2023, is that correct? Yes.
Come on.
They're not any kind of advanced military unit here or group. It does not matter, and Vietnam
It
should have both.
still does matter, and that isn't just Hezbollah.
Uh-huh.
American Revolutionary War guerrilla fighting.
Okay. Okay. So again, you've pretty much proven my point. It don't matter
Right. I
about
was agreeing with
quality
you.
and quantity. It's the fact that if you got that dog in you, it's gonna
But
bark
see,
and it's fight.
does that not backfire a little bit? Because then these American so-called patriots are like,
Hmm.
I am going to go against the American government. And I'm like, you might want to
Well,
sit your
no.
ass down,
The thing
Leroy
is,
from Acapulco, Mississippi, or whatever the fuck kind of
Tupelo.
bullshit little town
Well,
in Mississippi you from, thinking you stockpiling ammunition.
well, yeah. The weekend militias, yeah, they ain't built. They are not built for it. That's the thing. But when you go into another person's house, like say you're going into Gaza, and even with all the technology, you think you know the lay of the land, you are going to lose a lot. Vietnam should have taught America that. That's why we never won that war. The country
Nope.
never won Vietnam. They didn't understand the lay of the land. Hell, even with the wars in the Middle East, we didn't get a clear, concise victory. Okay,
Mm.
we got Saddam. You got what's his name?
Bin Laden.
Osama.
Bin Laden. You might have taken out a person, a big person here and there, but these folks are still coming at you. And they still find ways for those smaller victories that become major because you're
It's
not coming back.
it's very Hydra. It's very
Yes,
like you
cut
cut
one
off one
head, another one
head
down.
and two will
Hmm.
grow type situation.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. But look, neither here nor there. We're not working with Pete Hexet, whatever that monkey name is from Fox News. Good
Oh,
luck to him. Um, but we do have viewer comments, and guess what? That's so much
Yes.
more important. America's going down in the tubes, but at least we still have some good, loyal viewers, and we love you for it. So, we are going to start off with, speaking of the Middle East, our Middle Eastern consultant, Joseph, is back. The lover of milk of magnesia,
milk of
aka
magnesia.
Brit, who he constantly asks, how black is Brit on the black scale? When she's really being a revolutionary, where does she come in?
Oh, she's way blacker than the rest of us.
Eh,
Way blacker.
Yeah, I'll give it to her.
Except for
Let's
the
give it
fact
to
that
her.
she is not fucking black bean. She is way blacker than the rest of us. Because right
We're
now,
not fucking any
ain't none
peens.
of us
There's
fucking
no
black beans.
peens.
So it's
Not
fine.
None of us.
damn sure not me, because I don't want it. Um,
Oh, Jazz stayed silent though.
It's not about
all right. Well, at least Jazz is getting some. Congratulations. We're
I'm
not
telling you, I'm gonna live vicariously through Jazz because I know I
There we
sure
go.
as shit ain't getting none. So
not confirm or deny anything. But
That's
Anthony,
all right. But Joseph would like to know. Excuse me, y'all. Give me a second. Um, Joseph decided to give his picks from last week when we were asking who would you like to be cast in as Storm and Black Panther. But Joseph says, "Look, I'm not a big comic book fan, But my picks for play to play Storm are, excuse me, if I butcher your name, you're still a beautiful black queen. Um, Anak Yoy. Anybody heard of her? Anak Yoy. Okay, we got to go and look for Anak. If
Oh
y'all know
no.
Anak, let us
How do
know.
you
Anak,
spell
if
it?
you're watching.
How do you spell it? Shit.
Anak. It's in the notes that I sent. Yoi.
Thank
Now
all them.
he he also agrees Michaela Cole.
Oh, I've
And
seen her. She's a model.
oh,
YAI.
okay,
Oh yeah,
She
she's
can't.
gorgeous.
She's a model. I don't know if she can act, but
that's the thing.
the aesthetic. Oh, I have seen the. Oh yes,
Oh, oh
yeah.
wow,
She's
she
She
looks,
beautiful.
was born
yeah,
in
she looks like a doll.
1997.
She's
I
a
could be her
she's a
mom.
baby. She's a baby, but she's a
She's a
beautiful
little one,
baby.
They do want a
But no,
younger
I have
Storm
seen
though.
her. This
huh?
is true. Well, it
Yeah, they
depends on
want a
what
younger
part
one.
They want a
do
younger
it,
Storm.
and that's what I was gonna say. Are they doing
Yeah.
the young
I think
like?
so.
See, they tried that young one with what was it?
Yeah.
Not Days of Future
Alexandra
Alexandra
Past.
Ship.
Ship. She wasn't. Yeah, she
Yeah,
wasn't good.
not at
It's
all.
it's yeah, she didn't fit it, but I mean, hey, it happens. But he goes on to say Michaela Cole and
Yes.
Lashana Lynch. I am okay with
I don't know
Lashana Lynch, but
Lashana.
we've
You.
already
She's
got
the.
her.
She's Captain Marvel.
Well, she's Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
Oh, so she's already in the universe.
Oh
yeah.
Hmm.
yeah, she's been in the universe. And he goes to say, I also have a conspiracy theory. Oh, here we go. That Trump will be impeached, making way for Vance to become president. I
Ew.
think the
Ew.
Republicans' plan will backfire in the midterm elections, though. Meanwhile, I've
What is
noticed a
that?
lack of news coverage, whatever that noise is. Stop it. I am reading a very
It's
important
Brit.
Oh,
message. Oh, Brit. Oh, well, Joseph will forgive her. That's his mom. Milk of magnesia. Okay. So,
not his mother.
no,
Sorry.
mom, milk of magnesia, girl. Come
Oh,
She
on
I'm
now.
is.
sorry. I've
She
been
is
drinking.
mother.
She
Mother.
is
I've been
mother.
drinking.
Yes, you have been drinking. All right.
Wait, she called this bitch. He called this bitch. Oh.
Okay. All right. So, to end it, he said, meanwhile, excuse me, I've noticed a lack of news coverage on the Middle East and Africa and the Chinese government's, whoa, is that, whoa, he said that right. Yeah, Chinese government's growing influence in the Caribbean and South
Mhm.
America via the
Oh
Panama
yeah.
Canal.
Yeah.
Yes, Joseph, you are correct. The national news, I think the only news group that is actually covering anything on that would be in the Middle East, Al
Yeah.
Jazeera.
Al Jazeera. Yeah.
I've seen Reuters have a couple of stories about China's wanting to play around in South America and Central America, dealing more with trade as well as investments in places. Some say Venezuela, Argentina, Brazil. We'll see how far that goes. We already know that they have infiltrated Africa to the point where there are videos now of different towns literally kicking Asian people out, you
Wow.
know, out of the mines and out of, places like factories. They're like, yo,
There was a big
we're not
Asian
getting anything
influx,
from this.
like it started some years ago, and they
Hmm.
were buying up land and buying into like diamond mines and things of
Yeah.
that nature. And like it was completely silent. No one was paying attention to it. No
Hmm.
one was batting an eye about it. And it was very, I don't know, it was very weird for the time. And then when it finally started to come to light, people tried to downplay it for whatever reason. And that's when, like you said, now you're seeing these videos of motherfuckers like, nah, you got to get out of here. But it's at
Yeah.
this point, it's probably too late.
Well, a
Uh,
lot of it is too late because a lot of those. I'm sorry, Brett. I'll let you have it. A lot
It's
of
okay.
those nations borrowed money
Yeah.
from the Chinese government.
Mm.
And just like us, America borrowed money. Remember that first stimulus package that Obama did, where I think many people got $800, $1,600 back in 2009, 2010. That came from China. That was money borrowed from China, and like every brother, he didn't have to put the bill in his mama name. He paid them back. They got their money back. It took a while, but China got the money back. So a lot of this stuff does come with consequences. It looks good when you see the dollars, but at the end of the day, you got to pay the debt.
Yep.
Sooner or later, that debt has to be paid. So the question is, excuse me, what is it what is the currency that these nations are going to have to give China in return? Yes, resources is one. Is it
Mhm.
also going to be labor? Because they showed them how to build, what is it, high speed rails. Is it in Kenya or Nigeria? It's one of those African countries where they are working towards high speed rails, and America still can't get their shit together. Go ahead, Bert.
I was gonna say, don't you? One, I was gonna answer what you said really quickly, but don't you find it really interesting that a communist country is utilizing capitalism to expand their reach? How, as much as they extol the concept of money and you know what I'm saying, like that
Mm-hmm.
whole, like, a capitalistic society, they know that's how most of the rest of the world works, because what
Right.
they're doing is they're getting their toehold in. Oh, we'll help you build buildings, high speed rail, will help you with schools and all of these things. But the caveat is, as you're saying, they're moving in and they're owning most of everything. They're not building these things and then signing it over to the Africans in that country. They still own it. It's
Yeah.
encroachment, and it's like a squatter.
Mm-hmm.
One squatter you can get out. 300
Hmm.
squatters, good fucking luck.
It's not
Right.
encroachment because they are willingly selling them these products. If
That
Oh,
is
I'm
true.
absolutely.
if I'm willingly selling you my land, or I'm willingly selling you whatever this product is, or whatever the case may be, you can't get even get it. You can't consider it encroachment after a certain point because I am willingly giving you either this land, this product, this area, whatever. And that's what they're taking full advantage of the fact that natural resources have been sucked out of Africa by things like apartheid and the Dutch
Right.
and all of that. And they
Mm-hmm.
are going in and like, we can give you this money, but give us your land. And motherfuckers that are down on your luck, if you are down on your
Right.
luck, are you gonna take the dollar or you gonna say no?
No, 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 no. I get that. And I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they're utilizing their situations
Most
to
definitely.
come in and take over. And to me, that may not be encroachment, as in no one notices you're coming there, but it is taking advantage of a situation and encroaching upon it. Because if this
Mm-hmm.
was a strong country, let's say, they wouldn't be able to do that. They'd have to negotiate straight out and be very honest about what their wants are. This is easier for them to take advantage of people
I
down on
don't
their
know if
luck.
that's true though. I don't know if that at this point, I don't know if that's necessarily true. We
Yeah.
could say that some years ago, but if a Chinese company came with enough money to the US, I think they would sell out. I
Yeah.
don't think it's only
I'm,
happening in third
well,
world
it's happened.
countries. I don't think it's happening in just places like Africa or wherever they're considered to
Mm-hmm.
be poor,
TikTok,
down on their luck or
for
whatever.
example.
Well,
If they had enough money to flash, I think it would go. Look, we, as much as we don't want to admit it, we are a capitalist nation, and the dollar speaks volumes. The dollar runs the U.S. If you come with enough fucking money, we will lay down what we consider our morals and values to take your money.
well,
Right,
and
but they're taking advantage of those who are at their worst first
They are.
to build
well,
up the sweat equity, because that's what the African
But that's
citizens are
what you
giving
do.
back,
That's what you do. That's what
to
this
then
country is.
have
This country
nothing.
is built on motherfuckers taking
Right,
advantage of the sweat equity of those
absolutely.
lesser
mhm.
than.
So
Exactly. And then you build it,
Hold
but you
on.
can't own it.
I got a
What'd you say,
question off
Jazz?
of that though. Since okay, a lot of people, majority of folks do realize this is a capitalist country. Everything that you said, Helene, definitely true. So why is it that we are still shocked when people sell their souls, their loyalty, all of that for the dollar, when that's the kind of country we are in the first place? Why are we always shocked and
Because
outraged?
you hope that people are not a monolith like they claim that they're not. So you think that maybe that one person has something higher than, or they're at a higher consciousness, or they could see that it's a moral imperative that, oh, let me not sell my soul to the highest bidder. Nigga, we not. None of us are. Everybody has a price, regardless of if your price is $5 or $500,000. Everybody has a price at some point. The only person I don't know who you believe in, who you pray to, or what, whether it be Allah or Jesus or God or whomever. Those are the only motherfuckers that did not have a price. Outside of that, everybody that is considered regular ass mankind, we all got a price.
Yep.
Every
Well,
single one of us.
even a religious man has a price. Even a holy
Okay?
man
De-
has a price. It may
depending
not be a
upon what it
currency.
is.
That's
Think
what
Nah,
I'm
about it.
saying.
shit, but they
It's the
still got a
currency.
price.
They still got a price. And at the end of the day, and we got to move on, because I have a little bit of breaking news. It ain't gonna be breaking by the time the pod drop. But
Okay.
one of the crazier things about all of this is capitalism capitalizes. That's it.
Okay.
That's game over. Communism ain't it. Communism is supposed to be this self-righteous, or it's supposed to be this moralistic kind of ideology where it's social, like the whole, it's communal, everybody gets to eat and things like that. Hell, even in communist countries they have billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's throw that out the mix. That don't even, communism is
I believe in
fun in thought.
communism.
You and look, hey, it's fun in,
But in theory, not in
again,
practicality.
not in practice. Okay, so again, all of that saying, oh, they're a communist country, they're a communist country. That mofo's rich. He's not supposed to be rich. Though that wealth is supposed to go in a communal pot. But who knows? But we're gonna move on because here's a little bit of breaking news. Um, Dark Brandon strikes again. Um, Joe Biden said, "I'm gonna give all you Negroes freedom," and I'm
Oh,
saying that as a joke. I'm just joking, Britt. Bring it down. Bring it down. Shave the armpits. Put down the unk.
No, they're
Um,
shaved.
okay.
I was gonna say
Finally.
I saved mine this morning, so yeah.
Me
I had
too.
Hallelujah.
to
Thank you
I had
so
to look make
much.
sure I couldn't forget.
Anthony, I'm
Remember.
on the
Well,
edge of my seat.
Yeah, what's up? What you
Joe
got?
Biden Joe Biden just issued posthumously a pardon to Marcus Garvey. I just
Nice.
want to
Oh,
throw that
okay.
out there.
Nice.
Marcus Garvey has been on the pardon list for I think 2 decades. And
Right?
Joe Biden said, "Well, you know what? Me and him had drinks back in 1914, so
Shut
he's a
your
good
ass up talking about Sleepy Joe. Sleepy
Joe,
Joe,
baby.
What
you
about
leave.
what
You
about
leave our
Asada?
president alone,
Nothing,
sir.
nothing yet,
Nothing for
nothing yet.
Asada?
That's what I was about to
This
look up to see if he said something about
a-
Yeah,
Asada.
no, nothing
as of
controversial.
this, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
Marcus
I hate to
Garvey is
say it
far enough away that it's
to
Nigga.
not
where
going
it
to
can
push
be
the buttons
okay.
of most white people.
And this
Yeah.
is exactly why whomever you pray to will never give me any real power. Because I would take this last day
Oh,
to
I'll take a
write
bunch of shit.
so many
Right?
Well,
executive
Bunch of
orders
shit.
and so many goddamn pardons. I'd be pardoning
mhm.
niggas that I pardoned Tupac. He been long dead. He don't give a shit. I'm pardoning his mama. Everybody. That what's that cop killer that ran off that they was trying to
Oh, Chris,
what's his
The black
name?
cop from
Yes.
yeah,
LA, the
No.
one who was, yes. Oh, I think he should be
Um.
pardoned, even though he's dead.
I can't.
Chris
The
Something
Combs
one
like
wasn't.
that
that.
they killed him in the woods.
No.
I
That
don't
was the
remember.
Rampart
What?
guy. That was the black
That guy.
cop
I
that
remember
started
that
killing other
guy.
cops.
Yeah, yeah.
He
I would
deserved to
pardon
be
him.
pardoned.
I would pardon
Fuck
him.
yeah.
I
Okay.
would, man, I would go
Yep.
down as
Yes.
the most pardoningest, if that's a
Yes.
word, president.
Well, here's the beauty of it. The one person, well, there's a few of them, but one in particularly, I hope he does this, is to pardon Marilyn Mosby of
Yeah.
Maryland.
Right.
She is definitely one who is deserving of a presidential pardon because the way they did her was just sickening. If you don't know the whole story, we don't have time to really break into it. Google it. Once you read it, trust me, you'll see why she deserves a full presidential pardon. But we have one more viewer comment, and it comes from the 8.5 herself.
Oh, wait. Can
Brownie.
you tell Joseph that what's her name is a little too chunky to play Storm? I like
Who's
her.
that?
Who?
Lashana
Lashana
Lynch.
Lynch.
She's
Well,
a little not chunky. I shouldn't say chunky. That's not a right term. I'm
Tall.
chunky. I'm a fat motherfucker. She looks muscular as shit.
oh,
She looks
she
like a
muscled up.
yeah, she looks
Yeah.
like she could whoop a bitch's ass. She's a little too big to play Storm though. But I
Well,
like it. I like it.
okay.
Like Nubia, yes. But not
Yeah.
Storm.
See, I would have liked Alice Wolf's would
I'm
have
a fat
been
bitch. I'm
a great
squishy. She don't look
Nubia.
squishy. She looks like. Ugh.
She's firm, is what you're saying.
Yes, that's the
She's
word.
firm
I've been
and
drinking. I forget
tight,
words.
as
Yeah.
Goldfinger would say. Very, very, very tight. So,
Yes.
but
But she would definitely, I think she could be a Nubia or what's the other one? I can't think of the name of it right now. It'll come to me. But
okay,
not Storm.
probably in the wrong
Joseph,
place.
not
Did
not Storm. Not
did
Joseph.
anyone say Homegirl from WandaVision?
But they're in the
Well, she's
same
already
universe.
Spectrum. Yeah, they're in the
Yeah,
same
they're in the
universe.
same
You're talking about,
universe.
and Lashana Lynch is her mom. That's Monica
Yeah.
You're
Rambeau.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Right.
Monica Rambeau's
yeah,
mom.
she's
Yeah.
already,
Never
she's
mind.
already
They
set
already
in the
there.
MCU.
Damn
So
it. Damn it.
Brianni, the
She's so cute
8.5
though.
herself, said, "Look here, y'all. I think everybody's got it all wrong." And Brianni says,
Watch yourself, Brianni.
"DeWanda Wise as Storm
No.
is a good choice."
Brianni, I said the same thing, and Anthony was like, "Fuck her." So
I
Except
did not say
her
fuck her.
her
He
acting
did.
skills in
He
Jurassic
did.
Park has her looking shaky, but she did great in She's Gotta
Mhm.
Have It.
Oh,
Okay.
you know who else said fuck her? Your counterpart, Jazz. I don't know. He got a thing about what's his DeWanda, old
She's
girl,
40? I thought she was like in her 20s.
Terrence Howard, and the other
Okay.
girl. He got a thing about.
From
He don't want
It-
DeWanda.
Whoever had a horrible Tennessee accent, Jason, is coming for you. He does not like you.
Is
He
that what it
hopes
is? Is that what it
it's-
is?
Yes, with
because of-
Terrence Howard, yes.
Yes.
But with
Okay.
Sis from Queen and Slim, it's because he hated that movie. But I think she
Yeah.
would be a great Storm.
Right.
She would be a
Look
great
at
Storm.
her.
But that's
That lady
wait.
looks like she has been dipped
Yeah, she's
in
beautiful.
eternal chocolate.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
come
Jody
the fuck on.
Jody
Jody
Yeah.
Turner Smith,
Jody
right?
Turner
Yeah,
Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, if I knew we would have talked about her, I'd have worn my
Do you
Queen
know,
and Slim
fun
shirt.
fact, Joshua
DeWanda does
Jackson,
look like a good one.
her ex-husband Joshua Jackson is not paying child support. Fun
Oh.
He's
fact.
Okay.
not.
He's
Well,
not.
Is she making him or no? Is maybe
Right.
he's taking
He's
care of the
supposed
baby?
to. He's supposed to be
Oh.
paying it. He's not paying it.
Oh.
I
So
guess them
he
fr-
ain't
He's
okay.
being an asshole.
Oh well,
Ain't
you
shit
know what?
daddy.
Oh
coming
god
off-
darn
They coming all
those
colors.
darn men. But guess what? Brianni continues, and she said she has those mesmerizing hazel
Yes,
eyes.
baby. You could fall into them.
Another good choice for Storm, but I know they would not cast her, is the wrestler Jade Cargill. And Helene agrees.
Jazz,
Hold
make
on.
your
What-
make your little shit go like that. Make it
Oh.
do it because it'll come up on the screen when you do it.
Does it? Nope.
It's
No,
supposed
Uh-huh.
to.
it only works for up.
Did you update your Apple?
See,
There
look.
it is.
Mine isn't working. Oh, there
I
it
said-
goes.
There it is.
Oh, look, there it is.
Uh-huh. So basically she said,
No.
and this is why the physique and the hair.
Jade is too
um,
big.
Well, it's not just that.
And
we
Jade
don't know
can't
Jade's
act.
acting
Jade's
skills.
She
promos
act?
fucking suck. Let's be honest. Jade's
Yeah.
promos suck ass.
Well, and here's the thing with Jade Cargill. Jade really is that chick. She could do it if she got more comfortable being one, not say on camera, but on the mic.
Yeah.
But again, a wrestler's promos doesn't equate to a full-blown 2-hour movie.
But
I-
dude, if you can't do if you can't do a 30-second promo, you can't do a 2-hour movie.
Brock
She's
Lesnar couldn't do
jacked.
a 3-second promo, but damn,
Nigga, he couldn't act neither. They should have never put Brock Lesnar in a fucking movie. Are you kidding me right now?
That's
Shit,
true.
Brock Lesnar fucking sucked donkey balls. Hell, they
Right.
put Kane in a movie and made sure he didn't talk the whole goddamn thing. Like, let's be
That's
fucking
true.
real.
See no evil.
That's
I
true.
seen that shit. He was just killing
Yeah.
people.
Right,
She's
killing
Yeah, he
motherfuckers.
was just killing people.
But dude, people look at Jade because she has the white hair and they're like, oh my god, Storm. Take away the white hair, that bitch ain't nothing but Storm. She can't act. She's big as shit. Now don't get me
She's
wrong.
huge.
Jade is something to look at. The motherfucker is a fucking specimen. Don't get it
Mhm.
twisted now. But she can't act for shit because she can't do promos. Even her wrestling is like half-ass subpar. Let's be fucking honest. She needs some practice. She might need to go back down to ECW, but that's neither here nor
Well,
there.
ECW don't exist, but
I mean,
NXT
NXT, my bad.
or
She-
back to
yeah.
back to the what is it? It used to be WCW had the power plan. I can't remember
Yeah.
what WWE has,
No, she
but
needs to go back down to NX, or she needs to go up to Canada and meet with Natty's
the
daddy.
Hearts with the Hearts, yeah.
she,
Or
she needs to
you
go
know
hang out with
what?
Natty's daddy and get.
I will
Or, is
say
he still
this.
alive?
Yeah, Jim
Oh,
Neidhart.
yeah, is
Yeah,
he still alive?
no that no wait, did he
I don't
pass?
know.
Oh man, I hope not, because he was one of my favorite
They're like
wrestlers.
old as shit by now, though.
Well, yes,
Oh,
because
man, maybe
Y'all some
she can.
nerds.
Brett, look,
Right?
Look, she needs to hang out with Natty Neidhart if that's the goddamn case. Get Natty to teach you
or
and bring Beth Phoenix out of commission and let her help you or something. But bitch, your
Naya.
promos suck. Your fucking wrestling is not that goddamn great. You're never gonna be an actress if you continue at this point. You just are pretty to look at.
Oh, you're bored, Brit. Now you know how we feel. Let me stop.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm gonna be nice. All I'm
But
gonna say
DeWanda,
is,
I'm here for DeWanda Wise.
okay, so DeWanda Wise. Okay, so let's end this because she said, I think Aldous Hodge as Black Panther would be the obvious choice. And I
I mean,
think
I like it.
Hollywood is agreeing because everybody is saying Marvel is looking at him for
As
that
Anthony,
spot.
look, as Anthony would
love
say,
it.
oh.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. You just want to see what it looked like in that Black Panther outfit.
I do.
So
Yes.
After
do.
crossover. Hell yeah.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right. We moving on. We have bigger.
Yes.
Let me, oh, why did I say that?
There's no
We
bigger
have
fish
other
than this.
topics.
Oh, okay.
Topics. to-
'Cause there's nothing bigger, sir.
Because that was big over there.
I don't know. After watching one of them days,
He was
Stop.
in one of them days.
Stop, Anthony. Don't say nothing.
I'm
Don't
not
say
saying nothing. And I'm a grown ass hetero man. I had to look at it and go prosthetics.
He's in that movie.
Wait, listen. I
He's
ain't
not.
seen it.
Stop
Oh.
it.
Stop.
it.
Oh,
Shut up.
wait.
Spreading rumors.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
No. I have to tell
Okay.
you why.
Okay, no, that's understandable. All right, so we got to move on.
Yeah,
y'all.
I haven't seen it
Hey,
yet. Is he in that? Who's never mind.
no, Aldous Hodge is not in there. He is
Oh, I was
nowhere
like,
in one of them
what?
days. Cat Williams is, but I ain't talking about Cat Williams. I do want to say to everybody who watches, as you can see, all you got to do is put your comment in the comments and we will read them. Please don't hesitate. We love to hear from y'all and we love
Yes.
reading them. Usually it's always me reading, but one day one of these queens will decide to take over and read them for us. All right, y'all. It is time for our random chats of blackness, better known as This Week in Black. And I think we have. I don't think any of these stories are very positive when it comes to us, but I will say the first one really does show, sometimes you gotta just leave Black women the good hell alone. Just leave
Most
them be.
times.
Just leave us the fuck alone.
Just
do
leave y'all. Just leave them alone because two queens are having problems with some mayonnaise muskrats. And we will start off with Houston's own Megan the Stallion,
H down.
as she is going up against the 2x4 Brigade. There is drama with her now, I guess, boyfriend or man she is with. What's his name?
He's a Tory.
Tory. He's a
Child.
Tory. Please stop
a
dating
Tory.
Tories, man.
Yeah, she needs to stop with the ugly Tories.
It's not working out for you. It's not working out for you. But Tory, who plays basketball, his ex was on a little sit down podcast where they were discussing his latest girlfriend, who is Megan Thee Stallion, and this happened.
Dating the Megan, was it the Megan Thee Stallion? What's her name?
Meg the Stallion.
Mag the Stallion. Megan. I'm just gonna call her Megan.
Who's
Megan?
Who's Mag?
I don't know.
Wonder what his type is because you guys dated that he was talking to other girls when he was talking to you, and like they all look
Very
like
similar. Like
you guys. So I'm just curious what his type is.
All right, so
His name is Tory
obviously-
Craig.
Tory Craig. Okay,
plays for the
so Tory
Bulls.
Craig has been known to date flat iron women. And and by that I mean very thin, very waif,
Not
very
attractive,
white.
Very
apparently.
white.
Um,
Because that little girl
he-
talking is not attractive. Her head is like this big on her body.
well, I think all of them really did look like meatballs on toothpicks because their
Yeah.
heads were huge and their
Right?
bodies were
And
very,
then have
very
the audacity to
tiny.
pull that hair back to make the accentuate the head and their ears. Like,
I,
don't do
I
that.
think she was trying to say, "Look, I can do light skin forehead too," and
Oh,
she
look,
looked like
bitch.
one
I
of the
earned this
Moonhead
forehead.
twins.
Don't
Right?
no. You can't do that. You can't do
And
that.
look,
Jazz,
I'm
pull it back, bitch. You got it too. Pull it back. There you go.
I didn't want to. I was bullied.
Jazz leave them text messages on red. Everybody knows it. She's got light skin tendencies.
Oh, she
But no,
knew.
What?
but no, it's kind of crazy because yes, the question was
Am I
asked.
the only brown skin here?
Go
Is
ahead,
that
bitch.
Anthony?
Oh,
Bitch, you light too, but you got that
No,
wig
I'm
pulled
not.
down far enough.
Wait.
Do
and
I have a
I
big
am.
forehead?
Oh, fucking
Rhea,
Red.
all I could say is, Rhea, you're ahead of your time. It's okay. It's okay. I got a meathead too. It doesn't matter. But no, why are we having these issues? Why is this constantly coming up? Look, the guy no longer with you
They're
and
obsessed
he's
with
with
us.
someone
That's what
else.
it is.
But also here's the thing. Um, it's well, we would talk about the women he dates. It's the pillow talk that she's weaponizing and going, well, you are not his type, but obviously she is his type. Megan is his type because he's dating her. Now,
Right.
it could be that she's famous. It could be that she's, thicker than cold oatmeal. Or it could
But you know
be,
what? But Anthony, you know what I took from that was she was like, well, when he was with you, he was also talking to girls that look like this. It sounds like he considers you bitches playthings.
yeah,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
that could be too. And she might be bitter about it.
Absolutely.
There can be some bitterness because the fact that you mispronounced this woman's name, knowing that everybody from, Martha
Well,
to
she
MAGA
made
knows
she
who
made a
Meg Thee
video
Stallion is.
That is
dancing
such a
to
microaggression.
Megan's song, so she knows who the fuck Megan is.
Yeah.
She's a
Go ahead, Britt.
lie.
I would say she is every white girl in my high school that dated a black guy. We saw that shit coming from a mile away. She wasn't a keeper. She was gonna buy him lunch, drive him around in her car, do shit for him. And the minute she realized that, when she got dumped on her ass for a black girl, she became a bitter bitch who had nothing but nasty, catty, bitchy shit to say.
Well, she
And it
also
was
goes on to say that he dates broke girls, not just white girls, broke girls.
So is she calling
Okay.
herself broke?
So she's calling,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
we all know that
so he
Megan ain't
stepped
broke.
his game up. So
Right.
she's a bitter bitch. She's a bitter white bitch. She's
He's like he don't want to date a broke bitch because apparently the man has signed an NBA contract with the Bulls. So why would I continue to date broke bitches when I can
Right.
date somebody that's actually in my financial sphere
Right.
and
Right.
category? Like why would I do
Mhm.
that? And yeah, I can get a bitch in my tax bracket now.
But Megan has a history of dating ugly guys. She really does. I don't know why
No,
she does it.
Fontaine,
Wait,
the
Party
party
wasn't
dude wasn't
ugly.
he wasn't ugly
He's
though.
a cheater.
Yeah,
That
he
That's
was
wasn't
the point.
ugly.
Party
Oh,
was
My
and you know
heart
what?
goes out
She
to
did talk to
her.
that soccer player, whatever. It was some
It's some
British African
dude,
soccer
right?
player. That motherfucker was fine as shit, and Party was cute.
I don't remember his face.
I don't think so.
Tory
Fuck
was
yeah.
really the only questionable one. I mean, this new Tory ain't that great. Like, who said he got a regular nigga face? Somebody said it on the last.
Oh,
podcast.
that was
Yeah.
That was Jazz.
Wait, was it me?
No, that wasn't
Nah,
Jazz.
wasn't
That was
me.
not Jazz.
I didn't.
That was not Jazz. Who said
Oh
that?
no, that was Rico. Rico was
Right.
like
Okay.
Oh.
he got a
Yeah,
regular
Rico-
ass. He got a regular
Rico
ass
said
face.
he looked like somebody that would work at Walmart,
Yeah, he got a regular ass. Yo,
probably in automotive.
shout out to all the Sam Walton employees. We ain't trying to say we not coming down on y'all, but he's just a regular looking ass dude. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
and
look,
that's cool because we all regular looking ass bitches, so it's fine.
that's it.
But we ain't Meg the goddamn stallion either.
Right.
Yeah, well, everybody got somebody. So ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, they don't.
But
Anthony. No, they
I
don't.
will say, it, I agree
Everybody
with
ain't got somebody, but
Everybody knows.
that's not the
y'all.
that's not the bitter that's not the bitter in me coming out or
It's
anything.
not.
I'm just pointing the obvious that everybody
Okay.
ain't got
I
somebody.
saw
know.
some falseness in that, and I was like, nah.
Well, I mean, sorry
think
about the
that's
two
me.
lonely ones on the podcast, but what I'm
Nigga,
saying is,
two.
Listen, Anthony.
I think she's talking about me. I
No.
feel that deep in
Oh.
my heart. Like
I
I am
see-
never going to have someone.
okay.
I see more than two
Well-
lonely motherfuckers on this podcast, but
Anthony,
Oh.
Anthony's
I'm-
like he leaving breadcrumbs. He gonna do a reveal in a couple of weeks.
I think
No.
so too.
No, there is no reveal. There is nothing.
I think so too. Because the
am I
last pod
lonely?
that he was talking about sucking titties. So
he did say that. He did.
yeah.
We remember.
That was not on this podcast. This podcast is wholesome. This podcast is made of Christ.
Made of Christ. Oh, we
I
lying
said none of
today.
the sort.
Okay.
That's what
I
we do.
said
That's what we
nothing
doing.
of the
We lying
sort.
today.
We lying today. Okay.
Hey, if y'all can vote for Trump, I can lie. Leave me be. But we got to move on the situation with Meg. I don't even think it's phasing her. I think,
It
like y'all
shouldn't.
said, this
It's not.
this woman here is very, like, oh well, you lost out on the
Nigga,
contract,
look at
and I
that
think that's
girl
what it is.
compared to Meg. And we talking Meg going to U of H Meg to Meg now. Like you couldn't
Yeah.
touch Meg during any
Meg
part.
is phenomenal.
You
She
couldn't
is
touch that. The way that you look, you couldn't touch that girl at any part of her
Right.
transition, whether it was her
Right.
in the Houston clubs being local to now. So I'm sure she probably at the house like this bitch.
Even if
Meg the
and that's to
Stallion
say if
is
she
the
did.
most finely built statue to beauty I have ever seen. That woman is gorgeous.
Somebody
And
get Brit
she's starting to get
somebody
muscular. Yeah,
get
well,
Brit
Brit,
a napkin or
that's
something.
no, that's the buy. That's the buy kicking out. That's the buy coming through.
Damn, you had a
Uh,
hot you had a hot
Rhea-
flash,
Rhea had
Rhea,
a-
you all right? She had a
I
hot
was
flash.
having a hot flash. I don't know if it was a hot flash or because I'm sick that I was sweating.
Red came
I
back,
had-
arms out, all naked. Like, wait.
Woo. She said, "Woo."
Lord, these titties are killing me. But okay, but we have
Pick
to
'em up and
continue on.
wipe up under him.
Wipe under
Yep.
him, yeah.
Ugh.
Go get you some of that. What is it? Lubriderm, whatever.
No, I know what you're
Okay.
talking about.
Luma
Okay.
D,
Lume.
the singer,
Lume.
Oh,
No,
Really,
Lume.
the album. The album.
Okay.
right?
Yo,
put you some
this
of that.
has nothing, Anthony. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but because Britt just said an album. If y'all ever let Jazz send you a playlist, don't just listen to the song that she send you. Go through the playlist because this
No.
motherfucking
You're not supposed to go to the playlist. I didn't even think I sent you the whole playlist. When you said you was listening to it, I said, "Oh, the judgment is about to come." Oh shit! I didn't even-
You know what?
What?
We gonna take this off. We gonna take this outside of the podcast. We're not gonna embarrass Jazz as much as we've already done.
I was like,
This is a
Jazz is
guess.
depressed. We need to get to Florida and help her. Goddamn, 'cause this playlist.
What is she listening to? Paramore?
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's in there. It was a
Oh.
Gemini playlist, so it was all over the
Oh,
fucking
Oh,
place.
so
God.
obviously the Cure is in there.
It was all
Um,
over the place.
Radiohead.
I was happy, and then I
probably.
was sad, and then I was like in my feelings, and then I was crying, and I was like, yay! And then I was like, oh my God, I'm depressed.
Guarantee you, Marvin's Room is one of the songs on.
No, Marvin's Room wasn't in there.
Thank
there. Okay, then
God.
she's a true
She
Gemini.
she had
understood the
a
assignment.
couple Drakes in there, but she didn't have Marvin's
Ah.
Room.
Okay. Well, we ain't gonna be talking about his monkey ass until after this here, the
We'll
second fight.
talk about that on their podcast.
We're
Hours.
there
And hours. And
on
hours.
end.
For hours and hours.
But yo, we got to move on because there is another fight that brewed earlier this week with Helene's favorite representative from Houston, Texas,
Baby.
Jasmine Crockett.
Representative Jasmine
gang.
Crockett, and she went up against
Another bad built, butch body white bitch. What she call
What-
that bitch?
I don't even know. bleach
Bad
blonde,
build.
bad
Bleach
build.
blonde,
but
yes.
who
Bad
knows?
build.
Well,
Butch body.
Nancy Mace is not bleach blonde, and I ain't paid attention to her body build, which I could care less.
She
But
ain't built like that other one though. She at least built
no,
normal.
no, no, no. The South Carolina U.S. representative, or the U.S. representative from South Carolina, decided to step up and have a little FAFO moment. And right now, I'll play that so we can get a response.
Somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, 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 so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or
Do
not
call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I'm 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever
I
will
am
in your life.
reclaiming my
Let's go.
time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a child.
I am
not a
reclaiming
child.
my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not
Okay.
in order.
All right. Order.
Point of order. Point of order.
All right.
I
Yes.
am not a child.
Take this
Again,
outside.
I know
Take
And
it
then
outside.
continues to argue like a child.
She wouldn't have
wish-
even wanted to do that, to take it outside.
I wish she would take it outside. I really do.
well, this is not the first time this has happened in these congressional hearings. I don't know if y'all remember when Mark Wayne Mullen wanted to fight the Teamsters representative.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It also happened when Kevin McCarthy gave a nice little stiff elbow to another senator during an interview. He jabbed his elbow in the guy's side, and you could just see the guy kind of wince in pain. It was funny as hell. It seems like this has become the Republicans' business card. It's their way of supposedly showing that they're not afraid, that they're tough. And it really makes them look stupid because one, Representative Crockett did not call Representative Mace a child.
She doesn't
Right.
get the cultural reference.
She doesn't.
At
Right.
all.
And that's the thing. And I think the funniest thing was she was trying to compare and contrast their achievements, where she says, "I've broken more glass ceilings than you,"
Bitch,
and then
please.
decides to
How?
say straight up.
How?
Because she went to the fucking Citadel. She's considering that
Yeah.
she graduated from the Citadel as the first woman as the ultimate of glass ceilings, when that's literally all she's done.
Yeah, so
That's it.
that's
That is her
claim to
resume.
fame. I think one of the funnier things, and I want to get y'all how y'all feel about it, please, is I forgot the representative who came to Jasmine's or Representative Crockett's defense and said what Representative Mace was saying can be seen and deemed as violent speech, challenging someone to take them outside. But
Yeah.
good old Representative James Comer hilariously goes, "I didn't see any violence in it. She could have just said, hey, well, let's go outside and have a conversation and maybe go for some Starbucks or some tea to conversate about what just
Wow.
happened." So they threw out the motion. But again, I would have I think we're coming into where we are going to have a very serious knockdown WrestleMania happening in the House of Representatives.
Yes, we need to get back to what was that shit that used to come on MTV? Celebrity Deathmatch.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
I'm here for it.
Great
I used to
show.
love that show.
I'm here for
think-
it. We need to go back to Celebrity Deathmatch.
So, what are y'all thoughts on it? I mean, where is the so-called, what Republicans used to love to tell Democrats, where is the decorum? Where is the respect for the chairs that they sit in, that voters
Right.
put them in? Because it seems like every time these Republicans, MAGA Republicans, mind you, get a little offended, the first thing they want to do is start
It's
throwing
fisticuff.
blows.
Yes,
Yeah.
fisticuffs.
It's like, put 'em up, nigga, put 'em up. And for me, it's showing me that their intelligence level is non-existent.
Yeah,
Now,
because
for a
she
woman,
can't go toe to toe with her verbally.
Correct.
right?
So she
you
wants
know,
to take the easy way out and talk about something that she knows will never happen. That they're
Mhm.
going to take it outside. She
Correct.
knows that's never going to happen.
Because I'm hoping and wishing and praying that one day they'd be like, you know what? Let's do it. Man, fucking get dog walked in the public
Right.
eye.
Right.
Because
Okay.
it's kind of like the Trump effect. It's like Trump can't go toe to toe with somebody in an intelligent conversation. So you
Right.
try to push anything to trigger them or some sort of violence just to get them engaged more. And it's just like, do you know what your position is? Do you know how much power you have as somebody in working in Congress? And you be talking about let's go outside, like, bitch, we at work.
Right.
Imagine you at work going toe to toe with somebody. You're gonna say, let's just go outside and handle this. Like the
Right.
professional setting, all of that just seems to no longer be
Mhm.
present. And I feel like that's a kind of like a Trump
It's a
effect.
threat.
It's crazy to me that these people feel like they can do and say all of this
They're
stuff.
emboldened.
Right.
And it's crazy because you know good and goddamn well if that was reversed.
Oh my
She would
God.
be
And
the black
Crockett
girl
had
who
told
wants to
that
fight
girl
everybody.
to bring it outside. It would have
Exactly.
been the angry, mad black woman wants to fight and she can't. Da, 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 da.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Britt, you could have just went. Stop putting your hand up. You're
No,
not
I know, but I
official.
wanted to be respectful of people's voices.
Oh, that is such a lie, girl. You ain't got no respect.
No,
Come
I
on now.
really did.
So
Okay.
you be cutting people off left and right. Just say what you need to say.
I was trying to practice a new skill, okay?
Like I'm trying to. It's
That's
new
what I'm
me
talking about,
2025. Goddamn,
Britt,
new
that's
me
gross,
2025.
Talk your shit.
What
Jazz is Kelly now. Growth.
For me, it's a very apparent sign of a low IQ, number one. Number two, an incredibly low EQ. And the thing is, IQ is something you're born with, which you can destroy over time if you so choose. But EQ is a skill, a very difficult skill to build and to learn the older you get. If she had emotional intelligence, she wouldn't react that way like you guys all said. She reacted that way because it struck a nerve and she doesn't have the words, because she doesn't have the emotional words to be able to calm herself down. So she goes into fight mode because, like y'all said, the one thing that Republicans, especially MAGA Republicans, really, really, really want to push is how physically tough they are against. But that seems to have come about when we have more and more Black women and women of color who aren't acquiescing, that have come into representative spots, Congress, senators, whatever it may be. And so now MAGA Republicans are trying to show, because they buy into that, oh, their strength means that they are aggressive. So they're trying to show, I'm just as aggressive as you, not realizing, because they're fucking dumb, is that strength, that's not aggression. And because they're ignorant as fuck, they refuse to understand cultural differences. They don't believe in cultural differences. They believe in one specific way, the Eurocentric way, the way that they are most comfortable. That should be the standard. And anyone who goes against it in any way is an automatic enemy. That's why they act like this. That's why, really quickly, Roseanne Barr starred in a rap video of a Canadian artist,
Nigga.
and she has braids,
She's got braids and shit.
right?
Like that
But
shit is
here's
comical.
the thing: the Canadian
I'm not mad at
artist.
it. It's funny.
Okay, well, the Canadian artist has songs like "Choke the Woke" and stuff like that, and I find it all so funny. The serpent eating the tail.
Wait, did you say the Canadian artist? He's
Yeah,
not even.
Yes.
Tom McDonald, I think his name is.
Yep.
Tom something. Yeah.
So he can't vote, but is worried about wokeness.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But also my thing is, he is so unaware, because he has no emotional intelligence. He's so unaware that what he is utilizing to bite back at the woke is Black culture. He has
Right. They're
bastardized
not-
Black culture.
They're
but
not
he's
unaware of that.
emotional. Oh,
They're not
he's
unaware
not
of
thinking
that.
about it. He just doesn't care. It doesn't matter. They, like all white people, they think once they put their hand in something, it's theirs. They found it. They made it. They're responsible for it. Somehow these black people only stumbled upon it, or these, Asian people only stumbled upon it because we showed them, we guided them, they looked for us, we did it, we tutored them. So it's the same shit. It is slave masters being pissed off that in their minds, the slaves that they are allowing in these representative seats are talking back.
Well, I'm glad you said Canadian, because that's a good segue to talk about the ultimate in Canadian, the ultimate Canadian, the ultimate Karen,
The
a
Canuck.
rapper that is known by a new name, Lawbrey Drake Graham, because
Lawbrey.
yes, good old Lawbrey, because as to quote cats from New York, whose man's is this? Because this man's is out here suing people. And he's not suing a person, but suing an entity, a business, a conglomerate, a corporation, if you will. Earlier this past week, Lawbrey Drake Graham decided to drop his petition against UMG and Spotify and said, "Hey, let's let bygones be bygones, okay? We know what it's all about." And Spotify was like, "Okay, great, yay, cool. We'll go back to putting your pictures in the gospel category when you drop a new album. We're good, yay." UMG was more of, you know what? Yeah, go ahead and drop it. You can drop it, but we're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on a little longer. We want to see what you're gonna do next. And boy, did he do something that is so unhip hop. I can't believe it. This is now known as Hip Hop Law and Order, um, Karen Unit, Karen Victims Unit, whatever you want to call it, because this dude decided to drop a serious defamation lawsuit to UMG and its partners for the song Not Like Us, written by one Compton native, Sir Kendrick of the Lamars. And might
The
as
South
well,
Central Lamars.
of the South Central, Compton, Chicago Lamars. Cousin to Darius. I don't know if he has a cousin named Darius, but we do know he has a cousin named Keem, little baby Keem. But the lawsuit states that since this song has dropped, Drake has been in serious harm. He has faced serious harm with the shooting that happened in front of his house in Canada, the embassy as it is known. He also stated that because of this song, he has been harassed. There has been people trying to infiltrate his home. There was one guy who literally dug a tunnel with his hands and got onto his property.
He must
But
be Mexican. He must have been one of El Chapo. He must have been one of El Chapo's boys. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Wow.
It has gotten crazy. But because of his security guards who were there, they were able to stop that person, supposedly. And with that shooting that happened on May 5th, I believe, Drake was at his home when the shooting happened, which sadly, one of his security guards was hit. I believe he is still alive. Thank goodness for that. Um, Word was that before the shooting, they heard the words F Drake and pew pew pew. They didn't say F the pedo, F the PDF file. They just said F Drake, which has been a
Brent.
mantra by many people for
Brent.
years.
The PDF
Stop it.
file.
PDF.
Yeah.
That was good.
Well,
We can
here's
hear you
something.
typing, Brent.
The fun thing is that the lawsuit was sent to the courts as a PDF file. So
That's the most common format, though.
yeah,
Right?
but I mean, you couldn't send it as a doc. I mean, I'm just saying. But also one of the more concerning prop issues that came from after this song, Drake had to pull his son out of school and move the son as well as the son's mother out of Canada. But the way they wrote it, it was almost like they took him out in the thick of the night, in the middle of the night, so the hounds as well as the Gestapo wouldn't find him. They might have stayed in an attic for 2 weeks. I don't know.
And
Oh
Frank
my
ass.
god.
Oh my God, what is going on here? What is going on here?
I'm just saying. No, I mean, if you read, okay, it's an 81 page document. It is
Ain't nobody reading
written.
that shit.
There were
Can
people
I
who
just
did.
say
Mhm.
really quickly that he's got a lot of nerve. Number one, he's really over here trying to police rap lyrics because some people, it's like that whole, do you remember the 80s, the whole, satanic panic, all these heavy metal artists are causing these kids to do these horrible things. It's he's over here literally in the game trying to demonize the game. Number one. Number two, what, you can't say certain things now because somebody might react inappropriately because he wasn't worried about calling Kendrick Lamar a wife beater.
Nor calling the mother of his children a whore, a slut.
Right.
Saying that the
And
kids weren't his.
Right, and he wasn't taking into account that these could have physical backlashes. Women who are like, Kendrick's too good for you, you a hoe, or men who step. He didn't take that into account. So if he can't take that into account and he didn't feel like he needed to, why should Kendrick have to take into account what could possibly happen in the future in the minds of someone else?
The burden of proof is on Drake to bring the correlation of the song to those acts. So do those acts occur because of the song? You can't prove. How can you prove that? Were they listening to Not Like Us when they rolled by and said "fuck Drake" and started shooting? Like how can he make the correlation?
Well, that's why they didn't prosecute.
This is flimsy.
Right,
Well,
the
and the
metal
thing
artist,
is-
they could never prosecute him in the 80s.
Well, the thing is that he's not suing Kendrick. The
Right.
lawsuit is Lawbrey, and yes, I'm gonna continue to call him Lawbrey. Lawbrey Drake Graham versus United Music Group, Universal Music Group. Excuse me.
He's more pissed about the monetization than anything.
Exactly.
He don't give
The
a
money.
shit about what they said about him. He's concerned about the money that is either being made or going to be made or has been made, and when it concerns him that he didn't get some of.
Right. And one of
Kai
the
brought that
crazier
up.
things. Yeah, I mean, but again, here's the biggest problem. What he's somewhat from what people are reading, what he's looking for really is an injunction to stop the song, period. And if they can't stop the song, give me some money off of it. He's
Which
trying to
is
do
ridiculous considering the fact that Kai said when his Family Matters dropped.
He told Kai to stay on stream. He went at,
Right.
he didn't go after the streamers, and I'm glad the streamers, while they were doing their live reactions, some of them were scared. Some of them, I think it's Zayas. Is it Zayas? Yeah. Zayas got on the phone during his stream, and got with a lawyer. And I think it was like he just asked him, "Oh yeah, Helene disappeared. Hopefully she'll come back." And basically asked, "Yo, can we countersue this dude? Because since this lawsuit dropped, all of his fan base, the Aubrey's Angels, they're all coming after me and talking about throwing threats, talking about my family, talking about coming after me. I'm stressed out." Now, he could be joking. I don't know. But again, we are in America, and one thing that America is number one in is lawsuits. We love to
and
sue people.
feelings.
Wait.
And feelings.
I have a question. They're called Aubrey's Angels?
Girl, they've been calling them that for a good while. Aubrey's Angels.
And
That's
these
a
are
Drake
grown
fan.
men?
Grown men, but they got some grown women in there too, but it's the men who are riding harder for Drake than anything. And it's wait, so he shouldn't be mad that he was called this. he shouldn't have feel a type of way. Well, wait a minute. If y'all are okay with him insinuating and throwing accusations about Kendrick Lamar and his side of his family, y'all are okay with that. Y'all were okay when Drake was talking about, well, Kendrick, you got molested as a child, because Drake is too stupid to understand lyrics and didn't really listen to the song he was trying to use for to weaponize. You were okay with him saying that, oh, well, Kendrick is a milkmaid, and the reason he got with Whitney is because Whitney light skinned, and come to find out, Whitney is blacker than Drake. But you were okay that he was calling Kendrick a cuck. Y'all didn't think about his children who will be going to school, who might be with some kids, whose mama or daddy listens to Family Matters and be like, oh man, y'all know, y'all get away from them Lamar kids because they daddy be putting hands on the mama, or that he's a cuck. Oh, hey, you
or your mama's a hoe,
or Kendrick may not even be your daddy.
That would, but that would that would mean they would have to put the same rules they want to benefit them to also apply to somebody who they're trying to. I don't want your point to be made. That's like playing against the same rules, but it's just like people don't do that when it's applied to somebody, a favorite that they have versus somebody that they don't.
It's moving the goalposts. So the biggest problem, the biggest problem that comes from all of this is pretty much every lawyer, whether entertainment or lawyer, who was asked, says that the case, while it is flimsy, it does have legs if the lawyers do it right. Now, the lawyers in the actual lawsuit misconstrued pretty much every part of Not Like Us. It's hilarious where they go and say, Mr. Lamar also insinuates violence towards Mr. Graham, where in the line going wop, 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 meaning that Mr. Lamar may do some type of violence, because the next line is Mr. Lamar would fuck him up. And it literally says fuck him up. Also, the Oakland stop, that Oakland show may be your last stop, being that Mr. Drake come into Oakland where Mr. Lamar was raised. Number one, how many times has Kendrick said he from Compton?
All right.
They even go as far as saying Kendrick Lamar was being anti-Semitic by calling Mr. Graham, when he mentioned that Mr. Graham was not a colleague, that he was a effing colonizer. I don't know why I'm saying effing. I said that earlier, but I'm trying to censor myself.
What the fuck? This is literally, I'm sorry, but this is literally, if this were to go through, if this were to go in Drake's favor, you want to talk about killing battle rap. If lyrics go too far in a song, it is up to the community to sanction that shit. It is up to the listeners to have that reaction and to deal with that rapper in whatever way we do, by either continuing to listen or cutting them off or whatnot. It is not up to a court of law to take a cultural rite of passage for most rappers and say this is how and how you cannot do it. You want to talk about colonization? Yes, Drake is asking for rap to be colonized in that way, where we no longer can say the things that we want to say in a genre we literally created from air.
I mean, battle rap is just basically the dozens with a beat.
Right.
And the whole concept is I got to say the most heinous thing to let you know I am not the one to play with. It's like Pusha T said in that Drink Champs interview, which I think was one of the best ways of pretty much signed, sealed, delivered why him and Drake got into it. And he said, when they brought up the whole thing where Drake mentions his wife, and he says, I don't play those games. I don't play those games.
Right.
That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
And as Charlemagne has said before, you do not fight a brother who's got prison cornrows or braids and they're close to their 40s. They have nothing to lose. And Kendrick And this is the thing, and everybody's seeing it now. Whether you take the little allegation and throw that out the window, whatever, everything he has said, besides the PDF madness, Drake is literally doing everything Kendrick has clowned him about, has spoken about, and has put in a song. Drake is not that kind of dude. He is not mob affiliated. He's not from them streets. He ain't had that friendship circle. His friends, look, he had friends who were probably 9 out of 10, mostly Jewish kids. He may have had a couple of black friends coming up, and he's probably still got them. But
There
he's
she
not
goes.
built. Hey, welcome back.
He's cosplaying as a mixed man, as a light-skinned black man. That's what he's doing. He's cosplaying, and his time is up.
And I want to piggyback off of what you said, Anthony, because when you were talking about Drink Champs, you had Exhibit recently speak on it. He said Drake underestimated Kendrick. Drake thought because he had been at the top so long that nobody could dethrone him. You had Pusha, you had Meek, and he was just like, Kendrick? Nah, Kendrick's not going to be able to do that. And Kendrick did. And he humbled him on so many levels. And the fact that everything that he said, Drake is like following those paths of like, okay, yeah, I got a drinking issue. Yeah, I have like a relationship with my dad. Like, it's messed up. It's just like, well, damn, everything he said in Meet the Grams, you played it out months later.
Mm-hmm.
And it's rolling into 2025. I did not see this beef rolling into a whole new year.
Right.
Everybody felt like, okay, January 1st, Oleg Zyme, New Year.
Right, we good.
New beefs, we good.
Like,
we're going to leave it in 2024 because if you notice something, and people are noticing this a lot, Kendrick ain't said nothing.
He just be chilling. He don't be doing no passive aggressive social media posting. None of that dumb shit.
He let the music speak. He let the music speak volumes.
That's it.
He let the music. He threw his punches. His punches land. Them haymakers hurt, and that hit dog is howling. And that's it.
People know when the Super Bowl roll around, they gonna be waiting for that concert to see what Kendrick does to throw shots at Drake. That is what that is going to be. We're gonna forget about the two teams that's playing. Hopefully, Chiefs are not in it. I'm praying.
Come on, Eagles, I pray.
Right, but that's Kendrick's time. And what is a bigger stage than the Super Bowl?
Right. It's gonna be something. And
I hope he gets to sing the song.
Well, the funny thing is, UMG said their piece, and they said it perfectly. And I look, I'm not, and I would say, like everybody's been saying, we are not defending a corporation because we know corporations are trash. Let's just call it what it is, right? Corporations are evil. But they're right. Throughout your career, we have done the utmost to help you in your professional and personal financial gain. We have gone through hell and back to make you the rapper or artist, whatever you want to call yourself, that you are. And you weaponized the way we did our work to promote you, to do your little diss songs against Meek Mill, against Pusha, against Kanye. Like they were really hitting it. You weaponized our distribution while you were slinging your dirt against other rappers. But that was when you were perceived as the winner. The perception now is now you are not a winner.
It ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun.
Yeah. And Kendrick had a damn bazooka, really. And he hit you. But again, one of the things about defamation is, did it defame? Did it hurt? Did it cause damage? Is it irreparable? I think it is. But there's one thing that I think they said that's really going to hurt Drake, and that is consenting to get involved. And because Drake went and did that tailor-made freestyle and said, as Tupac, tell them about how you like them young girls, that you heard it on Joe Budden, so it must be true. you've already said, yeah, go ahead. You've given him the permission. So by giving him the permission, and there's a lot of video proof that just really makes you creepy, it is what it is.
Yep.
It is what it is, and notice I have not called that man no names. I have not called him out his name. I did call him Lawbrey, but
I don't think he's a pedophile. I still stay with the fact that he's a groomer.
The Bella Harris thing is out there. And even though Bella Harris is like, he was sweet, he was nice, he didn't do anything, blah, 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 he waited till you were 18.
Thank you.
Period.
Right
Yeah,
there.
that's a
What's the name of the
That's
little
a
girl
groomer.
from Stranger Things?
Nikki,
Yep.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Here's my thing.
He's grooming her.
But groomers are only groomers because they pay attention to the law. If the law was younger, so to me, they are only law-abiding pedophiles. That's all they are. They're law-abiding pedophiles. Groomers are just law-abiding pedophiles. But if they could, they would.
And you see the thing that's
Justice
really,
for Nasiah Harris.
Straight up. Thank you. We definitely got to talk about that hopefully next week, because I read that whole story, man. That
breaks my heart. It breaks my heart.
Definitely. And again, when you have the stands getting into the fight, their whole thing is, well, he's going against the corporation. But like even Harvey Levin, and I forgot the other entertainment lawyer said, well, why don't you just sue Kendrick Lamar? UMG did not write Not Like Us.
Right.
They didn't perform Not Like Us. They just distributed.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said straight up, just how he learned, don't rap against Kendrick ever, which the letters read out to Drake. Don't step to Kendrick in any way, shape, or form. Because this is a dude who does not care. Kendrick is that guy. Look, you mess with me, you mess with my family, the world must burn.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it in multiple songs during this beef. The industry can hate me. Fuck them and their mama. That dude is about his words now. And he does not care. And that is the most dangerous person you can ever face.
He said, like, when he was talking to Drake's son, when he told him, never code switch, do some push-ups, just be a man, stick to who you are regardless of the outcome. So he was telling Drake who he was, but Drake just couldn't keep his shit together. He was telling him.
And even when he went after the streamers, the content creators, they literally sat there and said, cuz whether I made money or not, this is what I do. I react. So we all reacted to the beef, and there's this one streamer. His name is Knox Hill. I love his videos. He's a rapper. He's white, but he breaks down videos on a lyrical aspect. His stuff was big during the beef. He wasn't mentioned in the lawsuit. They got the Cartier family, I think it is, RDC World, which really pissed a lot of streamers off because they were like, who are you to go after Mark and the gang? If you ever seen RDC World videos, them cats are the coolest cats you'll ever meet. Nerdy. They not into none of that dumb stuff. They don't do the whole. You ever seen the meme? Slow down, Lamar.
Yeah.
Jamal, you don't have to grab the 9. That's RDC World. They're the ones who did the LeBron James videos where LeBron James was yelling at everybody. He's like, I'm LeBron James. I'm 38 years old. I can't keep doing this shit no more. That is them. That's their whole thing. And there's some, like, you don't sit there and go, oh, they did it maliciously. That's what they do. They just react. If the song is good, the song is good. They reacted to every song in the beef, just like No Life Shaq, who's also named in it. But again, all the ones that the lawyers put in the lawsuit were black.
Mm-hmm.
Kai Cenat.
I was going to say, didn't they do Kai Cenat?
Kai Cenat was freaking out on his stream to the point where when he found out Somebody wrote him and say, "Yo, Kai, they're not suing you. They just named you in the lawsuit as to represent what Drake and his team are trying to say about UMG." And he freaked out. He was like, "Oh, thank goodness, I'm not getting sued." Don't nobody need that pressure, especially for something you're doing that's either fun or bringing in revenue.
But
That's their livelihoods. And Drake
Kai
is
also showed the receipts where Drake had asked him to stay on for his shit.
exactly. And everybody said them Undertaker bells
Ain't
is
that a
ring. It
bitch?
sound they hit a little bit different now. Cause I remember that night. That night, that Friday night in May, when Drake dropped before he dropped Family Matters, he dropped Buried Alive 2. Then he dropped Family Matters, and everybody was online on Twitter like, "Yo, Drake dropped." Everybody went listen to Drake. Oh man, I don't think Kendrick can beat this, man. I think Drake won it, man. Drake hit the red button. Here come Meet the Grams. But again, you can't throw stones and hide your hands. And that's why people are really mad with this dude. That ain't hip hop, dog. You supposed to go back in the studio and drop a better song. That's it. You know. So
Could you imagine when No Vaseline came out if this shit went down then?
I tell you what, they even said it. Drake is being like Jerry Heller from Straight Outta Compton. Remember when they were all at Easy's house and they heard No Vaseline, and Jerry said, "Oh, I know what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna sue him. That anti-Semitic shit. I'm gonna call my friends at the JDL and we're gonna sue his ass. That hateful prick." That's Drake right now. That's Drake. Drake is that dude that always does the hidden, and then he go run and tuck tail.
So I'm gonna say this
That's
as a
it.
mixed person. When shit gets tough, when you are pushed to your limit and your resources that you know are taken away from you, how you react to it will show where you really, really land inside of you. Because he is acting like a little white bitch. He is acting like a white person who's upset. And they want to talk to the manager. They want to write a strongly worded letter. They want to sue for emotional distress and damage because he looked at me for 5 seconds and I felt like he was going to aggressively attack me. Like that shit. He is a white man cosplaying at being a light-skinned black man. Just because he my skin folk don't make him my kinfolk.
It's a good place to wrap that conversation up.
Yeah, and we'll
This
leave it
nigga
at that. Because that was fun. That was a good one. Because I will say this. There are a couple of problems that are going to come from this. As many have said, this could affect the way that rappers are doing things. This also could affect the way record companies distribute, because it can be a whole lot of censorship. It could be a whole lot of, well, you're just going to have to rewrite this whole song because we are not putting it out. But it also could be a good thing where a lot of artists will say, okay, well, F the big three. I'm just going to drop my music on DSPs and handle my own thing. So we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, yeah, man, I wish the Boondocks was happening because I would really,
that would
really
be
love
such a
to
good
see
episode.
Riley's
That'd be great.
reaction.
Yes. I would love and get Uncle Ruckus because you got to hear what Uncle Ruckus got to say about it.
But I think Riley would go and say, "You're looking real unfamiliar, Drake. You're looking real
Right?
unfamiliar." So we'll see, man. As a matter of fact, I'd love to hear what folks would think about all of that madness, because right now, last topic, we got one more, but last of our random chats of blackness, Uncle Snoop might be turning into Uncle Ruckus. And I say that loosely, and I am joking. Unc is out here performing. Last night or night before, he performed at the Crypto Ball in celebration of Donald Trump. It's not the inauguration ball. He is not performing there. I do believe that's where Nelly is performing. Nelly will be performing at the inaugural ball. But
And they just showed that. What's that little Soldier Boy performed? Did
Soulja
something.
Boy.
Yeah.
And there was
And
another
so
one. It was Snoop, Nelly. It was
Rick
another
Ross was
one.
there,
Oh,
but he didn't
Rick
perform.
Ross.
Yeah.
He was just there.
He was on
So
stage. What you mean he didn't perform? That fat motherfucker was walking back and forth across the stage.
did he have a microphone and he was saying every day
I
I'm
want to say he did. He had a mic, but it was like a recorded track that was playing in the background because there was a whole
okay,
video of it.
You muted Brit. Poor baby. Pray for her.
I muted myself and I forgot.
It's okay.
I'm also really high.
Oh, stop blaming the marijuana. You just lost.
Yeah.
Okay, what you had to say?
Donald Trump's special appearance. Yeah, he's got a mic. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think he performed like it was him, but there was a recorded track on the video I saw. It was a recorded track, and he was just kind of walking back and forth doing ad libs over the track.
Got you.
But how does
he was at the crypto thing with Snoop.
Yeah,
I'm not
because him
mad
and
at
Snoop did a
anybody.
video.
I'm not mad at anybody who performed for Donald Trump besides Snoop. Nelly,
Because what
is a
Snoop
sellout.
said.
Nelly hurt me. I'm not gonna lie.
Rick Ross, really? Nelly hurt you?
It's because I lusted over him for so many years, and I said, "Damn,
right?
He's never come out.
You wanted that Band-Aid?
Yes.
He's never come out and said what Snoop said. Snoop said that niggas was out here
Anybody-
shucking and jiving
Right.
for
And that
Trump.
is the killer part because Elon
That's
reposted that shit today. Elon reposted that shit on X today.
That's so embarrassing, y'all. Like that's like secondhand embarrassment because I'm just sitting here like,
How
y'all
cringy.
know better. There's no way that we're getting a certain type of media that these individuals are not getting. Like I would think if you're making all these millions of money, at least know what the fuck is going on in your country, of people leading and being over your country. So to sit up here and say in a fucking interview, I don't know what he did. And I'm paraphrasing from Nelly because I watched that shit before we started recording today. And I feel like
it was an interview with Willie D.
I feel like I lost some brain cells listening to him because I lusted over Nelly for so fucking long. I am so heartbroken, but I'm overly emotional right now. But
Elon literally posted his video from 2017 and then his video from tonight and wrote, "The vibe shift is real." Like they are laughing. They are laughing at your black ass. And then he has the audacity. He has the audacity to
on X.
Post.
I'm unfollowing him.
Yeah, he posted something talking about, "Oh, y'all mad, get my nuts out your mouth, yada yada." But he posted that to other black people that was talking about him. You didn't post that shit to Elon Musk that is literally laughing at you, that posted your 2017 interview where you're like, "Oh, them niggas that for Trump, they some busters, they some marks, they some this, they some that, and I'll be the first one to clown on them, yada yada." Didn't you do a whole video where you shot a motherfucker in a Trump mask in the head with a play gun? Wasn't that you?
Yep. That was
okay.
him.
That's what I thought.
That was him.
So what changed? The money?
Money,
because Snoop doesn't
motherfucker.
need the money. Snoop doesn't need the money. Like, why would you sell out?
But that's the thing. Do you really think something has ever changed? Because Snoop has been in a tax bracket way above ours the minute him and Martha Stewart started canoodling and making cookies together.
Right.
So just because he might have said one thing doesn't mean that he voted the same way.
But she's a real thug.
And he Snoop ain't making music no more. He don't need our money.
No.
Snoop has completely crossed over. He does not need our backing. He don't need the 13% backing anymore. He has completely crossed over.
He's become a character. He's got Snoop on the stoop.
Yeah.
Like he's got products in Walmart and all these other stores.
I mean,
he doesn't need the money.
He doesn't need
this is not the same
support
that
anymore.
part.
That's the thing.
No.
We have to remember a lot of these individuals, when they get to a certain tax bracket, they no longer need or care about the black people supporting them. So it's a whole different thing to them until they end up getting wrapped up with a white woman, getting wrapped up in some kind of bullshit, and they just like, oh, they going to the
Jonathan Majors.
I didn't want to say him because he's a victim,
oh.
But not really. But y'all know.
He's a victim. No, but yes, you're right.
I feel like we have to remove that whole logic of these black celebrities that we support do not support the same logic and ideology that we have. We are in a totally different tax bracket than these people are. The things that these Congress people are passing to fuck us over, Nelly is not, that's not touching him. That's not touching Snoop. That's not affecting him.
Listen,
So,
Nelly had one good album.
I'm not gonna say that real.
Country Grammar.
We're not having a Nelly off. We're not doing a Nelly off. We're gonna leave it as is.
Can I just say this is the problem, one of the biggest problems I personally have with the whole concept of secure the bag. And the reason why is because secure the bag literally means it's okay to compromise yourself. And so we think because we see these celebrities attain all of this wealth and we applaud them because they are Black, we think that if we continue on and we do whatever it is at any cost, somehow our adulation of them will transfer to us, where we too will somehow be wealthy if we just secure the bag. Because we think securing the bag is the only way to get any accolades. But the problem is you sell a piece of your soul every time you secure the bag at the expense of your community. And that's my biggest problem. It's not about the level of wealth that you've attained where then it makes it okay. Wait, let me finish, please. Can I finish, please? It is not about the level of wealth that you've attained to allow you to do this or not allow you to do this. It is about if it is at the expense of your community that you put money and you prize wealth above the expense of your community. Are you really down for your community? The reason why Snoop, it's so much easier to pinpoint at him because of what he said. Because he came out and he said specifically, I'd never sell out. And all y'all sellouts out there. And he didn't say it once. He didn't say it under his breath. He said it very, very
He said
often.
it with his whole chest.
And then he flipped and just said, fuck you, to every Black person who supported that point of view. But Nelly sold a piece of himself. And that's, if he's cool with that, he's cool with that. But you can't act like just secure the bag at the expense of your community doesn't come with something that's taken away from you emotionally.
I started out the week supporting Snoop because he gave away clothing from his clothing store to the victims of the wildfires. And my aunt shared it in our group text. So I'm like, oh, she's like all into Snoop and stuff like that. So we were all applauding Snoop. And then to see this, it's like a smack in the face. Like, I'm so disappointed in Snoop.
Well,
above all.
Yeah. And I could totally understand everybody's feelings right now because it is kind of shocking, you know, but again, what a difference 4 years make, right? And it's well, not 8, excuse me, because this was 2017 up till now, 2025. When I see Snoop's whole outlook, because he did more DJing than anything than rapping. But Nelly, his defense was Nelly came with talking points that people that so-called Black entertainers who did stand for Trump are those the Her-Tepian talking points of show me where Donald Trump was a white supremacist. And he brought up the 94 crime bill, which was Joe Biden. Okay, cool.
Exactly right, yeah.
But this is where he starts to shoot himself in the foot. He was like, he brought up some other things. And he goes, he didn't rent apartments to Black people, what, in the 70s, 80s? The 70s and the 80s. What you forgot is the 90s as well as in parts of the 2000s. Read the lawsuits. But he's renting to them now, right?
Oh, okay, thanks.
Okay, well, and then his thing was, but a person can't change. Yes, a person can change. No, hold on. A person can change because, I mean, look, let's be honest. If Malcolm X was known only for Malcolm Little, he wouldn't be Malcolm X. He wouldn't be respected as Malcolm X.
But if your change is forced change, is it really change?
Well, but that's the thing. There is no forced change because Trump is Trump. just because he's shaking hands, and please keep in mind, Trump ain't shaking hands with black people like me. Trump is shaking hands with black people like Snoop,
Millionaire.
Rick
Sure he
Ross,
is. He's shaking
millionaires,
hands with the bitch
billionaires,
at the Popeyes. Remember? Wait, where was that bitch at?
McDonald's.
Chick-fil-A.
McDonald's.
Chick-fil-A or
But
I
something?
thought it
Oh,
was Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was.
Chick-fil-A.
when I was watching that Nelly video, I was like, so you forgot about January 6th. You forgot about all the shit that he rumbled up with his crazy ass supporters where folks got killed. Like, I don't understand why people, for some reason, forget that. And he just caught,
Because
what,
it don't.
37 felonies and rape
But
charges?
again, Jazz. I'm sorry. The thing is, though, Jazz, it didn't affect you personally, and I'm not saying you.
No, I know. Yeah.
When you say why would they? Why? How could they forget? How can? Because it didn't affect them personally. The Democrats ad nauseum kept railing about it, but nothing was getting done. The Justice Department fell on their face. So because there was no swift justice or no swift what do they call it when you conviction, it gave this fool time to rebrand, which really wasn't much of a rebrand. It just, let's say, re-strengthen his brand. And if y'all really pay attention, Donald Trump had been on the campaign trail since 2021.
Yeah. He has.
Even when he didn't make the announcement to run, he was still on the campaign trail. He was still having his little rallies. He didn't go away gracefully. He grossly manifested himself and stayed and was like a parasite or a symbiote until the point that he took over completely.
I want to know what Ashanti thinks. She went ahead and had a baby by this whole man. A whole baby.
Ain't she on the second bit? Aren't they having
She's pregnant.
Is
Isn't
she
she
pregnant
pregnant
again?
again? I think so.
So I'm gonna be
Oh my
honest.
God.
If I was Ashanti 2 weeks ago, I would have had his kids too before he said all this stupid shit. No, I'm not gonna lie. Like before he said all this dumb shit, then I'd be like, wait, what the hell are we talking about?
But you see, again, we keep, when you look at it, his whole thing, and he kept saying it, that, I try to uplift my community. When I do things, I take the community with me. I take the community
What has
with me.
Nelly done to uplift the community?
Well,
Air Force
he's
One.
had fun.
Stopping in my Air
Thank
Force
you. That is my
One.
favorite. That is my favorite. I have a ton of Air Force
Because
Ones
I'm
in my
like,
closet.
at least if I look at Snoop, I can say he's got his league, he's giving away clothes, he's doing XYZ. I can't name off the top of my head, and maybe I just have not paid attention to Nelly, but I don't know if anything that Nelly
Nelly
is
stopped
doing.
making music.
Right, but
That was
has
his
a lot of stuff.
contribution.
But he goes on tour because I saw Nelly open up for New Kids on the Block. Nelly will take $1 where he can get
How
it.
did he do?
He lip sync, and I was pissed off.
Oh,
My
Yeah, like
favorite
why you're a
podcast-
whole rapper? Why do you need to lip sync?
My favorite podcast, they do this in the beginning every time they go. It's called Small
Bitch,
Town
this
Murder.
is your favorite podcast.
The one outside of us. You know what I mean?
Why did I want to say so? That's not this one.
My favorite murder
Michael
podcast.
Jackson giving you the look.
There
now.
you go.
Okay.
That's better.
You
Sorry.
get the grill.
My favorite murder podcast, what they do is it's called Small Town Murder, and they go to small
It's my
towns, whatever,
favorite too.
and they talk about what, like the events that are going on. And 99% of the county fairs, Nelly's there,
Nelly.
and
He's
Ludacris is
coming.
there.
He's
Nelly
coming
and
to the
Luda.
Strawberry Festival. So if you
See?
want to see him, Jazz,
Nelly and
he'll be at the
Luda.
Strawberry
Nelly and
Festival.
Luda. All day, Nelly and Luda.
And
Yes.
Boyz II Men go to all the
Okay.
festivals
Yep.
too.
Well, and again, that's just good, guaranteed money. But also, he does a lot of charitable stuff at home, in St. Louis. But I think Nelly still holds that grudge when Spelman, is it Spelman?
Oh, for that
Spelman
tip
is all
drill?
girls.
For that tip
For the
drill
tip
video?
drill, yeah, and he wanted to do the well, and look, I get it because it was a bone marrow drive. It was to help his sister and other people who needed bone marrow
Okay,
transplant.
but
And no, but sadly, his sister died Like,
Right.
right
She
at
was
the
gonna
end of
die
it. Yeah.
regardless of if he did that concert or not. Let's be honest.
Right.
Well,
Stop.
we
He
don't
could
know,
have
but
raised
I'm
more
staying quiet.
money to save her.
But again,
He wouldn't know.
I think he still kind of held a grudge to that.
Why?
But
Because you
also,
made a video where you stuck a credit card and ran it down the crack of some bitch's ass in a video, and Spellman was like, "We don't really align with that." Like, how you mad
yeah,
at
it's not our
Spellman
thing.
for having goddamn boundaries about the fact that they are an all-girls school and they don't want to see
Right.
women objectified in a fucking video? I don't give a shit if it was a
Right.
bone marrow drive, bitch.
Oh, okay. You're
That
not on the
video broke my
board.
heart. That video broke my heart.
The tip drill video?
It did, because I love Nelly. I said, "That's not you. What you doing?"
That is him. That is
that is him.
exactly him.
I was in
Obviously.
denial. I was a child.
Okay.
I was a child.
Okay, you was really into
Oh, BT
what was that
Uncut was.
country? Yeah, BET Uncut showed the truth
Look,
of Nelly
Anthony,
and the same lunatics.
BT Uncut, HBO Real Sex, all of that. It was there. Like,
Look, one of the best songs that came out of Uncut was that song "What That Thing Smell Like." Hey, look, it is what it is. Yes, it should have run a Grammy and get a Pulitzer. But again, this is the question I want to ask, and after that, we're gonna move on. Do we cancel these
Yes.
three gentlemen
I
like
followed them.
they did Chrisette
I do
Michelle?
too.
Because
Yes.
Chrisette
No,
Michelle
it's not.
ain't-
It's not going to be the same response because we give black men a much wider leash to
Yes.
fuck up than we do black women, and the popularity is a big thing because Chrisette
Right.
Michelle wasn't as popular as a Snoop or
I
as a
love
Nelly.
Chrisette Michelle. I still listen to Chrisette Michelle. Snoop and Nelly, Soulja Boy, and Rick Ross can eat my ass with a fork and a spoon at
Okay.
this point.
Well, they
Especially
would
Snoop.
probably enjoy it.
I
It's
already
very
wasn't
sexual.
listening to Nelly. I
Right.
ain't listened to a Nelly song and I don't know how goddamn long. And Rick Ross, other than the occasional Maybach music, I ain't listening to Rick Ross. Let's be honest. And Soulja Boy, nigga, I ain't never did the Soulja Boy thing. Fuck that shit. Snoop is the only
mean-
one that I was like, really, Snoop? Like, this is what you doing? Because like your little league
Yeah.
and shit like that, but you can
Right.
lick a dick too. And I hope your daughter never gets married, bitch.
Oh
Oh,
no,
not the
no.
daughter.
The daughter ain't had nothing to do with that. Don't All right,
Whatever.
Drake. Leave the family out of it.
Whatever.
This ain't the family matters of it all.
It is.
But
It's about my goddamn family. You over here doing shows for a motherfucker that doesn't want reproductive rights for my potential daughter-in-law if the bitch want to get an abortion, or you out here trolling for, I don't know, one of these niggas in the front row might turn out to be trans at some point. I don't know. It happens. Who the fuck knows? But you
Okay.
out here doing shit that is going against the community or my future children or my future grandchildren, so you can eat a dick and I can talk about yours.
Oh, okay. Well, on that
I
note, we're gonna
agree.
have to move on because we're gonna make this one quick, and we're gonna do this just like this. By the time this thing drops, the inauguration is happening, and all I
Boo,
want to say
tomato,
is
tomato, tomato.
that, and to all of those who drove all the way from your homes to go be with this man, tough titty, haha, you can't go.
Stupid.
Yeah, well, I really wish I had a good soundbite for it, but this might be a soundbite that may help. So, to everyone who wastes all that gas money and all your little vacation money to go to this inauguration, come to find out you can't go because it's going to be inside.
Cole, you stupid.
And
What? Aren't these the same people that was talking about how much eggs cost and gas cost
Yes.
and rent cost and
Yeah.
meat and all of this shit? But y'all got enough money for airline tickets, gas if you're driving, hotel rooms,
Priorities.
tickets. You got enough money for that. But oh my God, these $8 eggs are killing my family budget right now. Like, get the
Priorities.
fuck out of
They-
here.
They killing mine. I ain't got no family.
Oh, wow.
But no,
Wow.
they talk about black people the way we prioritize, but this is the exact same thing. This is no fucking different. Don't come at young black women who spend shit ton of money on Beyonce tickets if you're not going to come at the same
Yes.
white women
Or
that spend a
sneakers.
shit ton of money on Taylor Swift tickets. It's the exact same shit. We prioritize just like y'all do. This orange son of a bitch was more important than some extra eggs. Okay.
I also think it has something to do with him not wanting to see the crowd size.
That's true.
I believe that too.
That again, and the whole reason that it's moved inside is because of the conditions it's going to be tomorrow with the weather. This is not the first inauguration that has been
but we haven't had
changed from
one
being
since
outside.
Reagan.
Since
and
Reagan, yes.
They were like, because I think Obama's inauguration was 22 degrees, and that wasn't even the
And
wind
they
chill.
walked. Yeah,
And that
and they
wasn't the
walked.
wind chill. So like,
Him and Michelle got out that car and walked.
okay. I remember
got
that.
with the people.
Could you? Oh,
Right?
do you remember the first Trump inauguration where Michelle was in the plum? Bitch was giving, and the hair was moving.
Yes, that outfit was
Nigga.
fire.
And they are
And
like,
sadly,
oh, Michelle's not coming. Michelle's not coming. Fuck you, bitch. She ain't got to come. He didn't go to Biden's.
That part.
Yeah. Neither him or his crusty wife went.
Right.
And,
The fuck out of here.
did the peaceful exchange of power.
Y'all been calling
But-
that woman a man for I don't know how many years, talking about her husband ain't a citizen, and y'all be like, oh, she should be there. Bitch, kiss my. And then Kid Rock gonna get on ESPN talking about she's an angry black woman. I hope and pray, hoping and wishing and praying that I get in the vicinity of Kid Rock one day.
I want
You
to
know he
come
has
across
a black
him
son.
at a Waffle House. I want to come across him
Does
at
he
a
go to
Waffle House.
Yes.
Yes, he be fighting at Waffle Houses.
Yes.
But you know
You
he
know
has a
what?
black son, and this poor
Yeah.
child has been raised by him.
Yep.
Oh,
I
well.
don't
That
feel
poor
bad. I
baby.
don't fuck his kid. I'll fuck his kid. Fuck whoever the fuck fucked him to get that black kid. Fuck them all. Fuck 'em.
What is he look like? Though? Is he ugly? Is he
before we
ugly
go,
black?
Probably.
I'm sorry. Never
I
mind.
don't know. I haven't
Probably.
seen him since he
not
was
the
little.
babies. Happy belated
He's
birthday.
grown now.
Happy belated birthday to our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama. She
And he
just
got a white
celebrated
kid.
her birthday.
Ugh.
But also one last thing about the inauguration. I didn't
That's why
see the-
Pamela Anderson never loved him.
Ooh, okay.
Bitch.
Thank you.
She said it. She said it on her documentary.
She did.
Okay.
She did.
She did.
She
She
loved
did.
Tommy.
Yep, that's the only one she
Last-
loved.
Last quick thing about the inauguration. Mississippi Valley State University, I believe it is. The HBCU band that was, yes, Mississippi Valley State, who was invited to perform at the parade. Have y'all heard? I've been looking to
They
see
say
if
they had
got all
to
the
do
funds.
they had to do it. Yeah, they had to set up a
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe or something to get the funds, which is asimine. You ask them to perform and then you don't give them a way to get there to perform, and you're a goddamn
I'm sure they
supposedly
flew Snoop in.
billionaire.
Yeah.
They had to pay those
Well, yeah.
celebrities, but you're not going to pay the band. And for y'all to be so goddamn dumb to have to find your way to get there and pay for it out of pocket, like, come the fuck
Yeah,
on.
that's-
I understand now, and you know what? I will even go as far as to say if the inauguration budget was to pay for these people to get there, I could understand them saying yes, because it's a small school. It's a small HBCU school. You want to get recognized for something. I'm going to do this, whatever. But y'all having to pay your fare, pay your way there, pay your hotel, do all of this shit to get there after they quote unquote invite you, when you know good and goddamn well there is plenty of funds from that man alone who could garner your trip. And there's plenty of funds from his billionaire. Elon could have gave them some money. Trump could have gave them some money. There's a plethora of people that could have given them money to get there, but you want to make them come up with the funds on their own. That school should have been like, nah, fuck you. Either you bring us there and you pay for it, or find another goddamn school.
Because they had to raise $300,000. I think the
Yes.
GoFundMe was at 290.
But why
maybe
didn't the
290,000?
MAGAs come out and support them and give them their 300,000?
You
Why
know
didn't the
what?
people that you're going to perform for and not give you your 300,000?
Yeah. Again, you know, I was always wondering, because I was trying to find the story to see, you know, what was the latest update. So it's gonna be it's wild as hell, you know. And I think they said they
Are you
are
guys gonna
planning
watch it?
No.
I'm be on Twitter getting reactions.
I'm not watching that shit.
I'm not watching it.
Yeah, because it's gonna be inside. I don't know if they're gonna have the. I know all the news outlets are like, yeah, we're gonna do from 8, 5 in the morning till noon Eastern time, because that's when the whole thing kicks off. It's
It
at
says
noon.
Anthony, it says the GoFundMe raised the amount of money they needed. It says
Okay, so they're
they
gonna
s-
be there.
the news released on December 26th and they have been soliciting donations. By January
Mhm.
17th, the GoFundMe page had raised more than 300,000. The announcement lists the total cost of the trip to be 350, including travel,
Okay,
accommodations, meals, and equipment.
okay.
I
So
mean,
they are going to be there. Good
that's
luck.
like that's like you said,
Um,
Helene, earlier. Everybody got their price.
Yep.
and all I'm gonna say to that is y'all be safe out there. Y'all in Mississippi, so y'all ain't dealt with no cold like that. So wrap up,
Hmm.
bundle up. Um, I'm thinking it might be a much better situation for them because all the goofballs won't be outside while they do the march and everything. Um, there are some concerns that they may have issues with some of the Trump supporters that may show up, but we don't know. I don't know how these fools are gonna act. Um, but we shall see. But on that note, we're gonna move on because it is time, y'all. It is the return. We are back on the block, better yet, the corner of knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Her-Tep Corner, where in 3 minutes, Britt Williams can not even 6 degrees of separation, but 1 degree of separation, anything to white supremacy. I would do the little song, but today I'm not in it. So may the ancestors guide her through her
Is
tomfoolery.
it the Akuna Mati Penya Mamadissima Mama that song? Or
I don't know why you sound like he was ordering some nachos and hot Cheetos. I
That
don't
sounds
know
so
what the hell
that
he
sounds
was
so
talking
good
about.
right now.
Some
That
it,
sounds delicious right now. Oh my god.
oh, I will say this. This is for Jazz because hopefully she'll see the movie. A hot Cheeto martini. Enough said. That's all
oh,
I'm
I
saying.
saw that
Sounds
clip.
disgusting. Oh my
I saw that
god.
clip
Well,
when they were
you will
when they
see.
were giving blood or something.
Yep,
Don't say
hot
that.
Cheeto martini. But that is all. So, ladies and gentlemen, in 3 minutes, here is the slightly annoyed mixed chick, the priestess of beige rage, Britt Williams, with her Her-Tep Corner.
Quick question for my panel right here. Would you like to hear how peanut butter and jelly sandwiches support racism or some
No.
facts about Hotep culture?
Facts.
Let's go
You got
facts.
3 minutes. Give us the
You're
facts.
down
Okay.
10 seconds,
All
ma'am.
right.
Just the
Okay.
facts, ma'am.
Okay, the original Hotep. His name was Nobel Drew Ali. I sent you a picture. He looks like the original fucking Hotep. He has Hotep face. He was born in 1886 and he created the Moorish Science Temple of America. The originator of the Hotep movement was Wallace Fard Muhammad. In the 30s, he was a door-to-door salesman and he believed he was the reincarnation of Nobel Drew Ali. Now, one interesting fact about Hotep thoughts is that Black women are celebrated for their beauty and their power. They also believe that they have superior breast milk. But you
Okay.
didn't know that.
I concur.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay.
They also believe
Is that why we was
that
everybody's mammies?
That
What
could
nurse?
be.
maybe. They also believe that lab mice that are used in research facilities, the albino ones, they cannot correlate to the studies affecting Black people because those are white mice and we are Black people.
Think of that
Oh,
as a
Okay,
little
that's
okay.
ridiculous.
that's a little deeper
All
than
right.
we need to
That's
go.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Let us. We got to start rapping. I know I
Okay.
said 3, but this is
She's
taking.
at
This
Wait,
is
she's at a
one
minute
last
40.
one.
She's at a minute 45.
all right. You got
Last
a minute
one, the
15.
rapper B.O.B. He
Mhm.
believes that slave ships don't exist. They're not real because he says Slavery lasted 400 years. America is only 250 years old. You ever seen a slave ship? They can find a billion-year-old dinosaur bone, but they can't find any slave ships.
They're also scared of the ocean. So that could be.
Wow.
But
Okay.
But isn't a slave ship just a fucking ship? Like, it's not, it
Yeah.
doesn't say slave ship across the top.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
so-
It's like, where was this established? Slave shit.
right.
It's
like,
not like somebody. There's not like a placard on the ship that says the HMS nigger carrier.
right.
You
Like,
know, I mean,
I think a multitude of ships were slave ships. So, like,
yeah. That
I do
man.
find it interesting he thinks America's only 250 years old.
Well, yes, America is. It will be. Yeah,
But
it will be.
no, I understand that, but
the
like
continent.
he's equating the continent with those 250 years.
This land has only been here for fuck Pangea.
250 years.
Like it's only been
wow.
here. It
Okay.
just appeared 250 years ago.
I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? I haven't heard B.O.B. since airplanes. So
Right.
no.
Oh, that was my song. I believe that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars.
Well, we're not gonna be sued for it because nobody plays
I
that
wish
anymore.
like this, I wish
So,
like
ladies and
this.
gentlemen, thank you, Britt, for that wonderful wealth of knowledge no one's gonna need. We appreciate it. But now we got to move on because it is time to wrap up. It is time for question of the pod, given this to us,
Yes.
as always, by that beautiful ray of sunshine.
She was
Miss
really
Anderson.
excited about that.
She was too
All
excited.
right.
Way too excited.
Okay.
What you got, Rhea?
All right. According to the press, and this is going to be an A through D, so wait till I call on you. According to the press, which president started the war on drugs in order to disrupt the black community?
I know this one.
A.
I know this one.
Richard Nixon. B. Ronald Reagan. C. George Bush. D. Bill Clinton. I'm going to go to Jazz first.
Because I'm the youngest.
Yes.
Reagan. For real.
Hold on.
Nope.
Why'd you get in the boop boop doo?
Because it was deserved. And, no, because she did. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you, but she did that youthful, I know it all kind of move. She shimmied her shoulder when she said
I
it.
did.
Reagan?
You right.
I mean, Ray wasn't Nancy. Nancy was the one that started Dare.
That bitch.
Okay.
Okay, Helene.
Okay, so who you got?
Who you got?
C.
C was
George
who?
Bush?
I don't know who the hell was C. I was not asking. I'm just saying.
Okay.
That is at this point.
We're
I don't
gonna go
even.
to
I don't even know. I don't even know who the first one was. Who was A? I don't even know who A was. I wasn't listening. I'll be honest.
Hold on.
Oh, okay, wait. Let Jazz have her.
Jazz, please, girl. Because you are peeking and move your mic, girl, because you're about to hurt yourself.
Oh.
Okay, Brett.
I'm sitting here watching this lady pull her nose hairs out. I was not listening.
Ew.
I was not listening.
All
It
right.
was Richard Nixon, and he said if you attribute heroin with the blacks and weed with the Latinos, that's how they will keep those two groups down. He created the war on drugs.
Oh,
Ding, 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 ding,
was
ding.
Nixon A? Oh,
Yes.
White silence is violence.
Well, he really wasn't silent because he spoke a lot. So, okay, that's it.
Ooh, that was
Well,
fun.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Thank
Anthony
y'all.
didn't get to answer, but
Oh, it
Britt
don't
got
I mean,
the
you
matter.
gave the right answer.
I knew it was Nixon, but again, when she said Reagan, I just went, no, just say no.
I would have said Reagan too. I would have
Well,
said Reagan because
it
of
was
crack.
ramped. Right, but it was ramped up with
Yeah,
Reagan because of the
Reagan.
crack era.
But y'all know
If
I'm
you
young
watch
for
the
real.
documentary,
Huh?
Y'all know I'm young
Okay.
for real.
It's all good. But we gotta
you're
wrap
young.
this up.
Yes, you're young. Yes,
You
you're
are young. But that is it,
Heartache
and
to
that is
heartache,
all.
you stand. No promises,
Okay.
no demands, because
Okay,
love is a
enough.
battlefield.
Okay, I need you to shut the good fuck up.
I was like, what is she talking about?
Oh,
That
Skank
Benatar.
Benatar right there. She really needs to chill out. But yo, thank y'all
Hey,
so
she's a great
mu-
person.
Who?
Pat Benatar.
Oh no, Pat Benatar is great.
I love Pat Benatar.
No, Pat Benatar is great, but Skank Benatar ain't.
Oh.
So,
Bars.
That nigga say bars.
so we gotta wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. But before we go, I first want to say thank y'all for listening. We hope you enjoyed, as always. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. It'll only take you a second. Blue thumbs up because blue thumbs are cool. And hit that bell and turn your notifications to all so you'll be notified when a new episode drops. And you could come right here on YouTube and see beautiful women and a mediocre black man. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. Also, if you're listening to us on Apple and Spotify, but if you do Spotify, spray that because your house is dirty. But you may have a lovely home. I'm not dogging you. Make sure you leave us a review on Apple Podcasts because we will read it. I need to go in and check, but leave us some reviews because we love hearing from our listeners / viewers / habitual ish talkers like us. And if you're on Spotify, give us some stars, man. 5 stars meaning we're awesome. 1 star means we're the only star in your galaxy. And we may blow up your planet. Keep it in mind. So give us
We're gonna
5.
talk about the aliens too.
Gang, gang.
Yes, we will have a bang. We will have an alien episode.
Okay.
Same thing with Apple Pod. Leave us a good review. Give us 5 stars. It will help push this bad boy out there because we know you're enjoying it. So we hope you're also sharing it because sharing is caring. All right. Before we really shut this down, Jazz, you've done it before, but we need you to do it again. Please let people know where they can find your wonderful podcast. Was it good, though?
First, I want to say thank you so much for allowing me back onto your space. Yes, I am 50% of the One Thing Show podcast. We review movies and TV shows. We drop new episodes every Tuesday. I am 50%. I am joined my brother Jason. Talkin Ish has been on multiple times, and our episode dropping this week is 137. We are doing Creature Commandos. We get into that this week. And last week we did Nosferatu. Definitely always love being on here. It's always a great time.
Well, we love having you because you family. We just, it is what it is. Don't listen to Helene.
And the Claire, we all fans.
Helene always talking shit, like always.
I ain't even
Helene lives by the title of this podcast, but we love Helene all the time, and we love you as well, and we thank you for coming. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know they had invited you. I feel bad again.
Helene doesn't
the second
invite
time.
me. She just sends me the link and
say, "Come on."
I don't even say that.
I didn't even say that.
I just send the link.
Yep.
Oh, hop on if you must. But y'all, that is it. That is all. We are calling it an episode. This was episode 138. I don't know what the title will be, but hopefully it'll be catchy and it'll get your attention and be like, well, let's see what these crazy people talking about today. Well, we talked about a lot. And you know what? I really want to do a final thought like Jerry Springer, but him dead, so I ain't got time for it. So, ladies and gentlemen,
rest in peace.
For that beautiful ray of sunshine, Miss Araya Anderson.
Yes.
For Miss Coretta with the Beretta, Miss Elaine Tarragano.
Gang, gang.
And bang, bang. And for the slightly annoyed, amply caked up, priestess of beige rage, the African-American princess. Oh.
I would say slightly. I'd say, moderate. A bit
She
above
said
mid.
you don't do moderate. She said that at the beginning.
Well, I'm talking about my ass. My ass is going to do what it's going to do.
Okay, well, Flap Jackson, who's that? Give it up for... well, I'm helping you. I'm trying.
That's Rhea and her little booty.
How do I get in it?
So y'all know her. She is the priestess of beige rage, the one who took the hoe out of Her-Tep or put the hoe in it. We don't know. Miss Britt Williams, I am Anthony Sterling, aka your friendly neighborhood super Negro, saying if you out in them streets, especially in them inaugural streets, please be good. But if you can't be good, be careful. Bye.
See you later.